Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
We're back on a Monday. It's Crunch Time here on Woodward Sports. Jebbi Frady, Booner, KG, Caleb Zarnick. We end our Detroit Lions Media Frenzy Week last week to now start Detroit Lions training camp and all the things that come with it. And we have a lot to get to today. Kerby Joseph on Twitter has been entertaining, to say the least. Didn't even believe it was Kerby. Apparently it is, per Caleb Zarnick, an inside source from ours. Apparently it's Kerby Joseph. So we'll react to everything he said over the weekend.
I didn't think that was Kerby. I still don't think it's Kerby. I told Caleb to bring evidence.
The Lions follow that account.
Amon-Ra follows it, you said.
Uh-oh.
So maybe there is some truth to that. Brian Branch, we have some updates with some of that stuff for training camp, of course. We'll get into Overreaction Monday because that is back. We're trending towards football season, so we're bringing Overreaction Monday back. We have a ton of benchmarks that are going to be reintroduced now that we're kind of leaving the off season and getting into football season here in a couple of weeks. Overreaction Monday. We're going to do something on Monday where there will be court on Crunch Time.
Oh,
all right,
we will.
Where takes will be on the stand.
Oh,
and I think that's what makes sports fun. We give takes, and Mondays there will be
you
justice.
got to answer for them.
Yeah,
I get in arguments all the time with people in the back of the office, and Jeff actually, me and him we weren't going at it. We were going at it with someone else. Our guy Lentz, where I said, hey, when you have takes, this is the business of you do have to be responsible for them, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Like, these takes, it's either they're right or they're wrong. There's no middle. And he's like, well, I don't have to have that. Why? And he started saying it's gatekeeping. It's not gatekeeping. It's the business we're in.
Yeah.
You throw takes out there, you're on one side or the other when it comes down to it, and it gets answered. So I think that's fun. We do Overreaction Mondays throughout the season and we're starting it this week, obviously, and then as the season goes on, every Monday, Overreaction Monday, and we'll bring it into what's the actual name of the?
It's almost like Crunch Time Court.
Crunch Time Court. You're either guilty or you're innocent.
Yeah, and the fellas the chat will decide.
Yeah. Y'all lucky. I used to have the People's Court music in here, but we got copyrighted one time. I had to stop doing it. But
I wish we could use
that my shit.
I wish we could.
On the Stand is the segment name.
On the stand.
You're on the stand.
Crunch Time Court on the stand, and I wish we had the Law and Order SVU. The doo-doo.
Oh, we can get it.
Do they will get copyright for that?
No, not for that.
We need that. We need
It's
that.
just a sound effect.
That would be fire.
And we're gonna have it too. We're gonna order it. Maybe I'll order it today. We're gonna order a judge costume. So if someone in here, obviously we're all going to have takes throughout the year. If someone realizes, hey, this guy is guilty or innocent, if there's a big take that maybe I say, Lions go to the Super Bowl, and they go to the Super Bowl. Someone shows up Monday and the judge says, hey, Booner, you're innocent. You were right.
Yeah, because here's the thing that how it's going to work on Mondays is someone has the ability to call out a take. It's all to each his own. Like on a Monday, I could be like, I know Caleb said this last week, and on Monday he doesn't know until the segment starts.
Ooh.
And I'm going to say we're going to have a little mallet. And I want to say Caleb said blank, blank, blank. And
we
then
call
you're going to have
Caleb
to defend.
to the stand.
Most of the time, it's going to be right in my case.
Yeah, or it could be me very well. I say something. And that's why Overreaction Monday is perfect on Monday, because in the next week you can call out things that I said the prior week. So we'll have some fun with it. Detroit Lions training camp starts. So, we're in it, guys. I mean, training camp's coming up here. We're getting into August. You got the Hall of Fame game coming up, preseason, and then bang. September.
We got football next Thursday, guys.
Well, yeah, we here.
And you know what? I'm going to say this. I said it already. KG, you better watch every minute of that game.
I will not be doing that.
I want every minute.
I promise you I won't be doing
every minute of it.
Nah, I'm good.
Did you watch every minute of the Tigers games?
I did watch
the two L's.
Yeah, I watched a fair bit of that, and it's
brutal.
Classic Tigers.
Brutal, by the way. And he puts on the Tigers hat.
Make sure that.
It just so happens that you have the Tigers hat. I got the Tigers shirt.
Tigers hat fit good, Caleb?
It's on brand.
We good?
Yeah.
We good.
You got that shirt on sale, huh?
I did.
Oh, okay.
It was in clearance.
So the stores know. Everybody but Booner.
I'm going to keep it a stack. It was on clearance.
Who cares, man? Who cares?
KG said, what, did you get it from the game? No.
I was at the game. I was at the game on Saturday. Shout out, Matt.
Shout out.
I had tickets. Honestly, I already had tickets. Matt texted me and said, "You want upgraded tickets?" I said, "I would love upgraded tickets." Right behind home plate.
No way.
It was close. Maybe not exactly behind. It was like 20 rows up, but I was right. It was insane. It was great.
Shout out Maz, dude. Maz, here's the thing, man. He takes care of the boys.
He does. And
Consistently.
he didn't have to do that. I texted him. He was like, "Did you get tickets already?" I said, "Yeah, I did." He said, "Let me upgrade you." Thanks, man. Absolute legend. And as well too, Tigers games. That was disappointing.
Yeah.
That was. This is the issue too. You have to win those games.
Have to.
Saturday and Sunday. I wrote down here, and they're doing something back there because I want to get their Caleb's and KG's kind of thoughts on this. There's something going on with everything. The Saturday and Sunday games, you were in the 9th inning, chance to win the game or even tie the game up. I wrote it down here. You had in game 1 on Saturday a runner on 1st and 3rd with 1 out, and you don't even tie it up, and you have Veerling that strikes out, and then Torque just first at bat of the game, but first pitch swing out, and then yesterday. So you had a chance to tie it up at the bottom of the 9th on Saturday, failed to do so. You have a runner on 3rd. And then yesterday, you have a runner on 1st and 2nd.
Yep.
0 outs, and you probably had the best part of your lineup in with McGonigal, Riley Green, and Gleyber Torres.
Yep.
And all 3 of them out.
Yep.
You were literally that close away from going 4-0 this weekend, and you just could not figure it out. I don't know. And you guys are the baseball guys.
Against a less than team, by the way.
Do you bunt? Like, because I saw a lot of people going at A.J. Hinch being like, how do you not bunt and try and get Riley Green home? Which they did try and bunt Veerling on Saturday when I was at the game.
Yeah.
And then he ends up striking out.
Right. I mean, you want to bunt somebody like Veerling as opposed to Riley Green because his bat is so good. But Riley Green and Gleyber Torres combined 0 for 10, in that game
Brutal,
yesterday.
dude.
So you're not, and they're your 2 and 3 hitters. You're not going to win many games like that. But even still, you got your breaks within the game. Like I said, Fromber earlier in the game starts to come unravel, but was able to kind of get it together. Ended up giving up some runs, though. And then your offense, you got to break in the 5th. But after that, your offense just could not produce. And Zach McKinstry ended up going on a play that he absolutely had no business going on, gets called out at 3rd. That was probably your best shot to come back. And you just look at this like, damn, they split the series, and every singular loss counts against this team. It's nice if they can win series, but every time that you lose, that is just one more game that's holding you back from the ultimate goal. So yeah, it just sucks because that was a less damn team that you played.
Yeah, it's hard for me to
teams.
stick up for this Tigers team because in my mind it was just, hey, you have to win 3 in that series.
Yeah,
you just have to win the series. You can't push it. You can't lose it.
It was a must
just win the series. Yeah. That's it. And it's not even like obviously the Tigers are the better team. They had opportunities in the 9th to win it in both games, and they did not come through. So, like, if you're A.J. Hinch like that, yeah, that's a heartbreaking.
It's a crazy stat. Runners in scoring position. The Tigers, you know where they rank in strikeouts with runners in scoring position? They're 9th.
Yep.
And you know where they rank in batting average? 27th.
Oh, it's almost like I said this before.
But that's been a trend. Yeah. But that's been a trend. Okay, to be fair, that has been a thing.
Yeah,
so there was some resurgence we saw in a stretch where it's very unfortunate.
They were living on home runs.
Yeah.
You see what happens when they don't hit home runs.
Yeah.
You have to, by the way, like this week, this is one of the biggest weeks of the year. You have to at least win the series versus Baltimore. Starting today, you have to win at least two of the 3.
Tougher task.
And then versus the A's, who the A's have been playing bad, you go win that series. Then it puts you in a spot for next week when the deadline does come. I think, what is it, Monday next week?
Yeah.
I believe. Then you feel a little bit better because maybe you're only 3 games out of 500. You're sitting there. Maybe they can make a decision. But if you end up losing the series versus Baltimore and then somehow you struggle versus the A's, you're probably at you know what you're doing.
Damn near over.
You know kind of where you stand.
I look at
it's the biggest week of the year.
I think you guys would agree, and you guys basically said it. I'm looking at this split with Kansas City as a loss of a series. You needed to take 3 or 4 against a depleted Kansas City team. They don't have Bobby Witt. Their team. I went to the game yesterday. I went with my dad, my brother. They both follow sports, and they can name me one guy on that Kansas City lineup card. That is a depleted team. And, that was a tough loss yesterday. And one thing we haven't talked about yet is the bullpen. Drew Summers giving up that 2-home run yesterday.
You know what's crazy? On the radio, I was listening to it. I don't think Dan was on it, but I was listening to the radio, and whoever was calling the game said that A.J. Hinch, they asked him about Drew Summers, and he was like, I'm going to start putting him in more positions because I'm starting to trust him more. Yeah. And literally within 5 minutes, boom, gives up a home run to lose the lead. And I was like, what are the chances that A.J. Hinch, someone in the chat said A.J. Hinch is over-managing. Like that, I feel like
but what is he supposed to do?
Yeah, but
who do you trust in that bullpen?
The issue is, it's like, this is where I'm at with it. And I understand, I was talking to my cousin about this because we went to the game Saturday. The issue is you are in a spot where you can't really lose series. And you guys are more baseball guys than me, I guess. Like, how often do guys get days off? Because when we went Saturday, both Dylan Dingler and Torque are off, and the guys that came in and played for him, like, were terrible.
Wasn't McGonigal off too?
I believe
McGonigal was off.
Yeah.
Friday, maybe?
No, maybe Friday. Maybe it was
yeah.
Friday. And Saturday he wasn't. He was playing Saturday.
Friday.
But it was Dylan Dingler and Torque, where it's like, realistically, you lose the game by one run. Offense wasn't really there. Maybe if those two guys are playing, you get a little bit of a spark. And then yesterday, it was kind of a similar situation. So where it's like, maybe I get guys needs days off, but when you're going to a deadline and you need to win every single series, and then especially in a series versus Kansas City where maybe he feels like they can take days off, you can't. Like, you have to be like, hey, we have to push for the next 2 weeks. No one gets a day off.
Hey,
Let's
part of
go.
the
AJ
game,
Hinch
though.
has to practice what he preached, because what did he say? He said every game for the rest of the season has felt like and has been like a Game 7.
Yeah.
You're
But
not
you're giving
sitting
guys
Dylan
off.
Dingler in Game 7. Like,
Right,
you're going to have to
right.
tell
I know
these guys.
Torque hasn't been great, but, like, he's a power hitter for you.
No, I
You're
bet
only
you-
winning because of home runs.
You do got to still find ways to get these guys, especially your everyday guys. You got to find ways to get them rest. It's just unfortunate, man, because they really, even with that, still had the opportunity to win these games, and it just sucks. But, yeah, Drew Summers, and to be fair, Drew Summers has been pretty solid up until yesterday. And then he just got knocked around. The blooper over the head at first, and then the home run that he gave up ended up costing the Tigers. But who do you really trust in that bullpen right now? I get people want to blame A.J. Hinch, and I saw a lot of fire Hinch and Harris yesterday, and I get it. You saw it on his face, too.
Yeah.
You saw it on his face, too.
Yeah.
Whenever he gets angry, he just can't. He loses.
It's
like,
the worst to watch. It
yeah,
really
man,
is.
it's bad.
Last
Brutal.
time I'm going to say this about the Tigers, because I know we got Kerby news and we have Lions and we're going to get into football. I want them to I'll start off. I want them to sell Scooble, like, get what you can. But if they don't, I'm still on, like, Scott Harris better go all in.
He's not.
He, like, I wrote it down on my notepad. He better put his nuts on the table. Like, go get Mason Miller. Go get another bat.
Mason.
Because if you're going to sit there and you're not going to get rid of Scooble, you're behind right now in the playoff race. You better put your nuts on the table. And if Chris Ilitch is telling you no, you go up to Chris Ilitch and say, no, my job's on the line. My reputation. I'm going on. I would make moves without even telling Chris Ilitch.
Is his job on the line?
I mean, it feels like it. With the
should be.
Scooble stuff, it feels like it's like, hey, he has a lot to prove. Dude, if you keep Scooble and you don't go all in and buy as much as you can, this fan base is going to kill you.
Booner, if you lucky.
Not literally, by the way.
If you're lucky,
Roblox.
yeah, absolutely. If you're lucky, you might get a bullpen arm, because that's the rumor
Well, that was the
right now.
report, by the way,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the rumor out now,
Late
is that they
game
want a reliever.
reliever.
But that's probably the only buy that you're going to get at the deadline, if you're lucky.
They bet. That's just my only exception. Like, if you don't sell Scooble, you better do everything in your power. I said it last week. Like, you just better do everything in your power to go get everyone you can. Like, go get whoever's on the market.
I
If there's
hear you.
big names the Mets are selling, go get someone from there. Like, go get names. That's the only out he has if he doesn't sell Scooble, I think, or get him a contract. One of the two.
Well, let's take a break. Before we do, I'll tell you what you should buy, and that's that black card over at Planet Fitness, $24.99
They
a
won't let you
month,
down.
and they hook you up. They take care of you. Right now, during the summer, while it's still here till the end of August, they have the summer pass for teens 14 to 19. They can work out in a Planet Fitness for free all summer long at any of their 60-plus locations throughout Metro Detroit, so they're always close to you. Register online at planetfitness.com.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. One's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
All right, this marks the 15th year anniversary for the Founders Brewing's legendary all-day IPA. It's a citrusy and crisp and refreshing with a perfectly balanced taste. And at 4.7 ABV, it is built to go the entire distance for an entire game. Guys, if you're watching the Tigers, grab yourself an all-day IPA. And right now you get $5 shorts at any Art and Jake's locations in Michigan, Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And as always, guys, just drink responsibly.
We're back. It's crunch time here on Woodward Sports, Detroit Lions training camp. And the biggest storyline really has been that PUP list and Kerby Joseph being on it despite what he tweeted. Do you have the graphic, Caleb?
Yeah.
Okay. So throw up these tweets. It doesn't matter the order in which you throw them up. I just want to throw these tweets up for people so they have context. I just have two important ones.
And by the way, too, Brian Branch also listed on the PUP list, and as well as tight end Tyler Conklin.
Yes.
Which we don't know the Tyler Conklin injury. No one's really aware of what that is. We had the doc texting us ask us to get some information. We're trying to figure it out. I don't know.
I don't think it's anything serious. I mean, he was. We saw him. We went to his event, and he was out for like OTAs because of this injury. Then we saw him at his.
He looked perfectly
his
fine.
thing, and he was moving around.
It wasn't
fine.
like
that's good.
I have a feeling that's more precautionary. Brian, standard.
Yeah.
No one expected that man to be there, and then Kerby is the one we really got to talk about. But throw these tweets up. So here's the first tweet. This is how it started. Okay, Kerby basically quote tweeting a tweet speculating whether or not he will be there on the PUP list when it comes out. And he quotes it, says, "How much y'all want to bet I'm not on there?" with the little emoji.
Should have bet him.
And then
Okay.
he puts this tweet out. It was just talking more about the injury itself. He says, "I can't tell y'all everything. Update. My faith is unbreakable. I can walk now. I'm not in, what does it say? Caleb, you read it because it's far away
It's
from me.
so small.
I can't tell y'all everything. Update for real. My faith is unbreakable. I could walk now. I'm not in hella pain no more, so I'm not dropping to the floor like the Kansas game. If y'all want to know if I can play this season, just ask God. Send some prayers also."
Okay, so
That's
that was
reassuring.
well, the ending wasn't that reassuring.
I know.
If y'all want to know if I could play this season, just ask God and send some prayers.
Yeah, like
I mean,
whenever you bring God into it,
It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
so
a good look.
there's that. He's not gonna. And again, he can be taken off the PUP list at any time.
Yeah.
But it still is what it is. What I'll say though, just the theme, man, of this off season, like we're gonna have time to talk about Kerby more so. But for me, I have something I do want to share about Kerby later in the show specifically. But the theme, here we go again with this defense, and it's not Kirby's fault, okay? But it's the reality of where we are covering the Lions. But you guys being Lions fans, it's going to be another year of having to outscore every opponent you play. And you tell me, Chad, and people that have been listening to me and Booner for a long time, like, you know how this ends. It always ends the same, whether it was 2023, whether it was 2024, with injuries. People went into that postseason thinking, we're just going to outscore everybody with this offense. No. Offenses, they can win you games. Defenses, they win you championships. And I'm sorry, although in today's NFL, you're not truly stopping anybody, you need guys that can take away the ball, but you need a good defense on top of that, a good scoring defense. And this just feels to me like we're beating the same old drum. It's going to be a bad defense. And I'm not even going, this isn't even at Calvin. I'm just stating a fact, looking at the secondary with the TA situation, how it's trended, looking at this defense on paper, and we're all going to be sitting here 10 weeks into the season going, hey, But the offense looks good with Drew Petzing,
right.
and we're going to have this conversation. It's the same reason why I don't think the Lions are contenders. I don't.
Yeah.
I do not think they are contenders because this defense continuously lets you down, and I think it's going to be the same exact thing this year.
And God forbid you had the Legion of Whom again.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean, the Kerby stuff, the concerning part to me, and I'm just going to I'll be the one to kind of say it with it. Like, this guy's on Twitter last night. We showed 2 tweets. 20-plus tweets.
There's so many.
And it's to me, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to say, and I'm a Kerby guy, right? Like, I'll stick up for Kerby when he's healthy. He didn't get any surgery this offseason. So, like, if you're sitting there being like, there's a recovery process from surgery, didn't even get surgery. He missed games because it was just like a wear and tear, I guess, on his knee and trying to get back. It's like, dude, you're going through this whole offseason. You had 10 months to get back without surgery. Like, surgery is typically what holds people out. How is he not back and ready to go? Like, that's the concerning part to me. And realistically, too, even like the step further with that, him being online last night on Twitter when the PUP list comes out, that's like, I don't want to say coping, but that's what it feels like. It's like a player is like the realization of like, hey, this is not good. Like him going on 2 days ago being like, I'm not going to be on the PUP list. Like, bet me, I dare you. And then when he is on the PUP list, he goes out there and he starts tweeting at people and getting in Twitter arguments with fans and reporters and the doctor that put that out. Like, I just don't like that much. And again, Kerby guy. I'll support Kerby.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, it's a red flag, and it's really, really, it's very concerning. So, yeah, I don't know. And also, too, the thing that to your point with the defense, Jeff, the one part of this, it's like with Brad Holmes, the issue is Brad Holmes knew that there was potentially a situation with Kerby Joseph. He knew that there was potentially a situation with TA. And come week 1, in your safety room, guys, you're about to walk out there with Devontae Maddox, Chuck Clark, Thomas Harper, and Dan Jackson. That's your safety room potentially week 1.
What happened to Christian Izzy?
Throw him in there.
Izzy, but I guess with Christian Izzy, if you want to throw him in there too, like,
yeah, it's not good.
You're walking out there with like, you got some guys this offseason. You're losing, like, potentially won't have your 2 all-pro safeties, a first-round draft pick at corner, and you didn't really take into account. And the account that you took into is you re-signed Devontae Maddox, Thomas Harper, and Dan Jackson, and you went out and got a Chuck Clark who's almost 40 years old, 30-something years old.
It's not the depth. It's the fact that the depth will be starting.
Well, your depth is starting. It's the level of your starter has significantly dropped where it should be. And that's, I think, the biggest concern. And I think people thought that Kerby was going to be back based off of his thing and as the amount of time that he had to recover. And he isn't. And again, if it gets to this thing where it's like, hey, he's on a limit and you're being careful, like, okay, so you're getting Kerby now for half of the season?
Maybe.
What? That's like some – and then he's not – he's what, 20-something years old, and he's practicing like Frank Ragnow? Like, that's I don't know. It's concerning, and it's crazy that Brad Holmes hasn't taken that into account. And what he did was basically just go get older vets or young rookies that haven't played snaps in the NFL.
Nah, and to your point, Booner, the fact he didn't get surgery, I think is one of them situations in which surgery probably isn't going to help the issue. It's probably a chance that he'll still have knee problems even if he did opt to get some form of surgery. And, I mean, clearly he's emotional right now because, like you said, I'm a big Kerby guy as well. He deserved the contract at the time of him getting paid. I don't care what anybody says. You go look at his numbers year to year to year. He just got better and better and better and ended up being arguably the best safety in all of football. We were talking about this guy up there with the Ed Reeds of the world with some of the things that he was able to do on that football field. And the Lions defense will surely miss him, but if he's just now being able to walk pain-free and we're at training camp, that doesn't really lend me any confidence as a Lions fan that he'll even be back at any point this season. Because at first I thought, okay, maybe it's a situation in which, they'll rev him up as the season goes along. Maybe you'll get him back toward playoff time. But at this point, I'm just going to be one of the first out there to say it. I think we're going to miss Kerby for this whole year. Mm-hmm. I have nothing else to go on other than the reports in the media, the team saying, pretty much we don't know. We leaving it up to, the higher power, him saying that himself. Nobody knows anything, and the absence of knowledge is really scary in this situation. It is.
Yeah, I'm with you, KG. I'm fully expecting not to have Kerby Joseph at all this year.
You got to plan for it.
Yeah, and he didn't. And Brad Holmes didn't plan for it. Like, that's kind of what Booner was alluding to, too. Like, I mean, we're going to have Christian Izzian and, like, Dan Jackson and Avonte Maddox playing safety for us and Chuck Clark playing safety for us. And, you know, in a year where we feel like we can contend for a Super Bowl, it's incredibly frustrating. Like, if you think this team – and this just ties into the entire defense. Like, if you think this team is going to win 11 games, the offense is going to win you 11, and the defense is going to lose you 6. Like, that's just what's going to happen. This defense is, especially the secondary, is dreadful. And now seeing, you know, Kerby Joseph going on the PUP list, Brian Branch, don't know when he's coming back. I mean, it just adds more concerns to this defense that we didn't need.
You know what I'm thinking about the last 24 hours? I'm terrified Kerby Joseph's career is over.
Yeah.
That's the reality of the situation. I mean, we're coming up on almost a year since he had the basically bone bruise in week 4 of 2025 that aggravated that knee injury, which is right now chronic, by the way. That's what's being reported. Almost a year ago, he was injured. He missed the final 11 games of the season, had an entire offseason, didn't participate in the offseason. Dan Campbell comes out and says, I honestly do not know, talking about Kerby Joseph's injury in the timeline, so no one really knows anything. And he's on the PUP list. Like, I don't know how fans aren't terrified of this situation. It's not fixable with surgery. That's what's been reported. And the defense, man, desperately needs Kerby Joseph. His playmaking, his ability to take the ball away, he's a Hall of Fame talent. It changes games. It swings games. And, yeah, am I terrified his career's over? Yes. Am I also terrified of him not being there for the Lions because I think it would be a massive loss? Yes. He's one of the best safeties in the NFL. So, like, yeah, this injury isn't just like, it's not as clean cut as an Achilles injury. It sounds crazy to say that, by the way, like an Achilles injury.
I trust Brian Branch
coming
more.
back. You don't know. You got to see with the speed, but you know he'll be back. This thing seems like, could he finish his career with the Lions at the very minimum? Could he just get through the contract or at least get to the end of this season where the Lions can get out from underneath his contract? That's right. I'll defend Brad with this. I think they had maybe not a full inclination or maybe a full idea what the knee injury was, but they had it in his contract on purpose that they can get out of this, and I think there's a reason for that. Like, these doctors aren't idiots. I know we like to make fun of the training staff and say, the Lions got these bozos as a training staff. That's just why they game plan. And they can get out of his contract after this season. I think that was all purposeful. Yeah. Because, like, you just don't know what to do with these type of knee injuries.
I think I'm like in lockstep with you. I think based off of, like, you had 10-plus months to recover. Right now, like, from what we know, there's no surgery. There's no healing process that can fix what's wrong with his knee that's at least reported from the facts that we know. And you would have to, again, the connect the dots thing, boys.
Yep.
It feels like that's the end of a career. Like, that's what it feels like. And the fact that it's already, what is it, July 27th? Training camp starts tomorrow. They put him on the PUP list already. You know what that tells me? It tells me that they're already trying to limit his play. They're already trying to make sure he's fine and good to go and they can use him in situations. Once that hits, dude, you're supposed to be the best safety in the NFL. You're no longer the best safety in the NFL. Like, in my mind, we'll never see the Kerby Joseph that we see. Even if he plays. Say his career isn't over. Even if he plays, you'll never see the same Kerby Joseph. You won't. He's not going to be – his knee's going to – like, remember that Kansas City game? I know that was fresh and obviously – but, like, we talked with Sean about it too. Like, the bone-to-bone thing, right? You're losing cartilage. It's and the nerve damage too on top of that. You're essentially sitting there going, like, that pain will always be there. And he's always going to have his steps one off every time. He lost a step. And if you're talking about, hey, stopping the run as a safety like that, he's probably not going to be as good at stopping the run as he was before. What's his first step, and what's he going to look like in the secondary? Okay, he could be a ball hawk still. He's not going to go out there and get 9 interceptions again if he's limited. So it's like, where does the value lie within that? And yeah, there is some because he could still take the ball away, and he's one of the best in the league at being a ball hawk. But when he's limited, that you're getting him for what, half of the time?
Well,
okay, now you're getting 3 or 4 interceptions out of him in a year. Yeah, that's a couple, but like, you're taking his superpower away. And like, how good will he really be in the run with the busted knee? How good?
Well, if people in the chat and they're like, well, you guys are being negative, listen to Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's the prime source that he's going to speak this week, so we'll get more information. But I bet you it's going to be the same vibe from Dan this week that it was all offseason of, it's just something, paraphrasing, the pain is something that we just have to manage.
Yeah.
Whenever you hear that, red flag.
Yeah.
You have to just manage pain.
Guys-
or I don't know. There's no clear answer. That has to be concerning for fans. Like, this isn't us just being all like, oh, it's good. No, this is reading, between the lines of the offseason. Like, for a knee injury like this,
Right.
again, we're not doctors, but it's common sense. You're almost a year removed from when it really got aggravated,
Right.
and there's really no timeline or no at least real progress. Maybe he's been rehabbing all offseason, and we're still here at this point. If this isn't concerning to you, or you are not panicking, you just got to read between the lines here. This isn't just us pulling this out.
This is the exact same thing, guys, that happened with Frank Ragnow. The report came out with the foot, that he has a foot that's almost unplayable.
Right.
And he had issues with it.
And
And
he
he
has
was
to manage it.
And they were
Right.
like, hey, we have to manage it. He's going to have to miss practice. It was the toe, the big toe, I believe.
Yeah.
We're going to have to miss practice. He's going to only play on, really fully on game days, off-season wise. You're managing it. And what did they say about that injury, too? There's nothing that they could do when it came to surgery.
Right.
It was something that he has to play for the rest of his career. And guess, when that report came out, within 2 seasons, guess who was retired? Frank Ragnow. Career was over.
Yeah.
And he tried to get back up and going, but the injuries were just too much. I know the hamstring, but realistically, we know what that toe was. And it seems like that's the same thing, which I would have to think, yeah, a toe is a big deal, but a knee, pretty big deal.
Yeah.
If you have a knee that's unfixable and you have to just manage the pain and push through it and hope that it works, that's a pretty big injury in the NFL.
Yeah.
Your knee is pretty
Especially
important.
playing safety in the NFL.
Yes.
Especially he had he sat out the final 11 games.
Right.
It's not like he played the whole season and then the offseason it really flared up and now he's still out. Guys, he was out basically most of last season.
Yes.
All offseason, and he's still not going to be there to start training camp. Can he come back at any time? Yes. We're talking about the likelihood or what the injury is. Like, you got to be concerned.
Also,
you have to be
for
worried.
people in the chat who are like sitting here being like, "Oh, you guys are idiots!" Like he's going to be fine. Guys, if he's going to be fine and everything was just all good and dandy, he had 10 months to recover.
Yeah, we're almost
It's
at
not
a year.
broken leg. He had 10 months to recover. There's obviously no fix for this, or it would have been fixed already.
Right.
Sam Laporta had to get back surgery, and we know in the NFL, backs pretty damn important, and how hard it is to come back from a back surgery. And he's already fully ready to go.
100%. Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes had an ACL tear 8 months ago and blew up his whole knee, got surgery. He's going to be back for week 1, and he's already practicing at training camp. If this was just a normal injury and he's going to be fine, he would not be on the PUP list yesterday. He would be good to go, and he would be practicing. And even if he was practicing and there was a little bit of concern, he would just be limited at practice, guys. He's not even limited. He's out. 10 months later,
Right.
no surgery, still out.
No timetable for return either.
And they have no clue what's going on. If you're a fan and you are saying that we're wrong in the chat, you are coping. And guess what was happening last night with Kerby on Twitter? Love you, Kerby. That was a whole cope session.
Yeah.
It was. And I love him.
Yeah.
Love him to death, man. One of my favorite players on the team the last few years. That was a cope session, dude. That's what it was. That was like, it felt like it was a realization of a player being like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. And I hope we're wrong, and I hope he ends up playing full season in 17 games, and maybe they're just giving him a couple extra
Won't
months.
be this season.
It just doesn't feel like it.
No.
It feels like
Right.
it's almost the end of the road, and I hate it.
You'll be lucky to get him back for 2027 at this rate.
Yeah. I mean, even
At
if you
this
do
rate.
half of the season and he plays in 2 games, misses 3, plays in 1, misses
Right,
4,
right.
like.
Yeah. We don't know. And nobody knows. That's the scary part.
And when
Nobody
people
knows
are mad
anything.
at us. It's like, you think we want to be sitting up here saying that?
Yeah.
Like, we're connecting the dots, guys. Like, this is the last thing we want to say is that Kirby's career is potentially over. The last thing. Like, we want to win a Super Bowl just as bad as you and the Lions and the players.
Yeah.
And
by
you're losing
the
an
way,
all-pro guy.
And I'll defend the Kerby contract till the day you had that guy. You want to keep 1,000%. I'm not
Yeah.
even. This isn't even me like trying
He
to.
deserved the money at the time.
No doubt. Like I would be devastated if his career were to be over. It would suck, and it would just be like I'm not going to throw out the 3-letter acronym, but it's going to be like, damn it. Of course, you get like a Hall of Fame caliber safety, and the guy has a terrible, potentially career-ending knee injury. That's chronic and can't just be fixed with surgery. And I think the point that you made about the surgery stuff, the fact that he hasn't gotten any type of procedure that's been like significant does worry me because if it's a injury that can be healed without surgery, then why is he still out? Clearly it's chronic. Clearly it's something he's going to deal with forever. It just depends on his pain management. But in the NFL, to have those type of injuries that you just have to manage pain, dude, it's the NFL. Like,
Yes.
it's an uphill battle.
And
playing safety
every
too.
day is
This isn't-
painful.
Yeah.
Every day.
By the way, AC 1058 said, y'all don't know, and y'all are writing him off. Straighten up.
Writing him off is
Again,
crazy.
as a player, no one's writing Kerby Joseph off. We all want Kerby Joseph to come back and be an all-pro player. He's one of the best safeties, if not the best in the entire NFL. No one's sitting here writing him off as a player. We're connecting the dots based off of the timeline of injuries and what's happening.
All right.
This isn't us being like, hey, we're going to write Kerby off. We're with the facts and the things and the reports that we are getting and that are out there, that's what this feels like right now. This isn't us writing him off.
Yeah, like
this is
Robert
being realistic.
Like Robert Jones said in the chat, Booner, KG, Jeff, I'm 100% with you. I think Kerby Joseph's career is in jeopardy. At the very least, you can at least reason with that. Like, it could possibly be in jeopardy at this point.
Yeah, at least
At the very least.
If you don't want to go the full distance because you're like, I don't want to dip my toes in that water, don't. At least just say it's in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Just say that he'll be fine is blasphemous.
And by the way, too, like,
We don't know that.
if
we
he was fine,
we do not know that.
but if he was fine, this is such a big story. We know how Brad and Dan and they all work. They like to just say, we're going to be honest. We're going to tell you how it is. They have not came out. And again, Jeff said, Dan speaks Wednesday. We're going to find out Wednesday what the truth is. And maybe Dan will say it. But realistically, typically these coaches, they're very honest about recoveries. They're very honest about injuries. They haven't just came out of nowhere and said, oh, no, Kirby's good to go. Like, well, we love where he's at. We're just going to rest him a little bit. No, they haven't. And they even, again, I'm going to keep saying it. The next step to that, Kerby comes out and said he's not going to be on the PUP list. What do the Lions do within 24 hours? They throw him on the PUP list. What else do you need?
Just how it goes.
After he contradicted himself
Yeah,
online.
like we
It's
can
like-
find out on Wednesday, I guess, what Dan says. But until Dan, like, they could easily just come out and be like, he's good to go. We're just being cautious. But until they say that, we only have what we have to work with. Mm-hmm. That's it. And from what we have to work with, this is the most concerning part of it. That his career potentially could be over or very limited moving forward. And again, like I said, don't think we'll ever see the same Kerby Joseph on the field as we saw in 2023 and 2024. Mm-hmm. That's the facts that we have based off of reports.
Yeah. And even last year, like in the games he played in, he did have a couple picks last year.
Yeah.
Even despite, so he's still like, dude.
He had hurt his knee and came back in the game. I remember that. He got like a pass breakup. But
yeah, he did. So it's
that game last year. When
guy's
he
a
got hurt?
trooper. You know, he's an absolute trooper. I can't imagine like chronic knee injury. That's just, and that stuff just happened. I don't even know the moment, like that it was a bone bruise, but I don't know the timeline of this type of stuff. When you have a chronic knee injury like that, it's like wear and tear mixed in with other things, and you know, playing safety, obviously, you know, it's a very physical position. He's had to endure some physical pain, so I don't know. I'm praying for the guy.
All I know is it ain't gonna get any better if you're playing in this league and you're about to enter your 30s. It's only gonna get worse.
Is
from
it
here.
fair to say you're as a player in the NFL, if you suffer injuries or suffer maybe catastrophic injuries or maybe chronic injuries, you're not going to get healthier?
No.
In the NFL,
no.
It's hard to get healthier as your season, as your
going
career.
into your 30s. No.
Yeah, no. Yeah. So we're praying for Kerby. Let's go to break. We come back. We'll talk about the roster bubble. Some guys that could be cut from the Detroit Lions, guys that are floating that line. I'll throw out some names out there. We also have our Crunch Time Blitz, NFL Blitz, with Caleb Zarnik throwing out some questions for the fellas. We'll chop it up then. But what do we got, Caleb? Going to break.
Water hazard.
All right, water hazard. Let me tell you about it. I had plenty of these, man. I actually got this. I got a guy on the course. I'm over here selling for Founders, man. I'm over here at the golf course on Saturday. Went out with my lady. Got paired with a guy. He's like, I'm looking to get a drink. I'm like, you got to try one of these water hazards. He tried them. Hooked.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that's the effect that water hazard has. They hook everybody that tries them. Obviously, please drink responsibly, but it's so delicious, especially on a hot day like it was on Saturday. Vodka-based cocktail, which I thoroughly enjoy, and it's very, very delicious. You can get those $5 cans at any R & Jake's locations in Michigan on Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Please drink responsibly.
Dan Campbell is in redemption mode.
No, make no mistake. It's not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
And Woodward Sports is here to cheer on the Detroit Lions every snap. Don't miss a moment of Detroit Lions coverage. Follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms now.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
I hate to tell you, energy drinks, but you're about to be crushed. Thrive nootropic energy pouches are here to change the game by delivering steady, focused performance in a clean white pouch for a fraction of the cost. And unlike other brands, Thrive comes from an American company that's been leading the way for over 30 years. So stop drinking gut rot energy drinks and why don't you thrive for a change? It's just better.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Let me tell you guys about Thrive, man. It is time to upgrade your game with the Thrive energy pouches. Make sure you guys go get them. Right now, they are packing over 300 milligrams, guys, of clean and smart caffeine, including alpha GPC and L-theanine. You get no jitters, no sugar crash, zero bloating, none of that stuff. And you can see it on the screen right there. You can get 15% off right now if you go to dipstop.com and you throw our promo code WSN in there. 15% off, guys. That's an absolute steal. And you can also find them at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. It's Thrive. They just effing work.
We're back. It's crunch time here on Woodward Sports. Stuck in Kerby Joseph in the injury that we don't really know much about other than what's been reported, what we know already, which chronic knee injury, it's terrifying. And we had that discussion. We're going to get back to it, don't worry. But I do want to bring something up that you just noticed, and it is relevant because this player is someone we're going to be watching in training camp. But Tyleik Williams, Lions defensive tackle, put on his Instagram story that he is down 50 pounds. He's going the Aleem McNeil route, where Aleem entered the league, nose tackle, lost some weight. And Aleem actually, people forget, man, he used to play baseball. He played a bunch of sports. Yeah. He's athletic. Lost weight, got a little faster, 3 tech, had his best season after that. So people are seeing Tyleik kind of do the same thing. He's down 50 pounds. I don't know what he went into last season weighing.
So at the combine, it shows here.
What did he weigh?
The NFL combine, he weighed in at 334.
Okay.
And then I want to look up to Aleem McNeil combine.
So he's probably floating a little under.
Aleem, it says here pre-draft 317. Can I bring this up with Tyleik? Because you guys know this, and if you've watched the show throughout the offseason, one of my things was I think Tyleik is going to be one of the breakout players this year, which I still fully believe in. I do think, though, there's a cause for concern within this D-line, because the biggest thing was, and we had this conversation a while ago, and I went back and forth a little bit, I think, with you guys about this, was that they want to play Tyleik from reports, again, and conversations that have been had, the zero tack, just right straight up with as a nose tackle. And the concern that I had with it is that's really not. He played, I think it was at Ohio State, if I remember correctly. It's like this 2 years at Ohio State, the final 2. It was like 5 total snaps at nose tackle. Yeah. And that just wasn't his game. And going into this year, you let Roy Lopez go, which that's who he is. You let DJ Reader go, which that's who he is. And then now your expectation is Tyleik is your now nose tackle. And Aleem's going to kind of, you're going to move these guys around. But my cause for concern when that conversation was, hey, I don't know, because Tyleik came into the league and they said he has the Aleem McNeil body type. And no one ever looked at Aleem being zero tack. He's going to just dominate as a nose tackle. No one ever saw Aleem as that. And then you're like, oh, let's do that Tyleik. Now, again, I think he's going to be a breakout player. It's not going to be at the nose tackle position. That's my only thing. And then that was the argument we had where you were like, I think that's his job now. If he came into the league similar to Aleem, and then now he's down 50 pounds, guys, is he a zero tech for you? No.
He might be too light now.
And that's where I go, I still think breakout player, that's a cause of concern if that was going to be your nose in those positions.
I'm curious.
That's a little bit of concern.
I am curious how they utilize both Aleem and Tyleik. That's what I'm not going to sit here and act like I already know the game plan. I do not. But I'm very curious to see how they utilize both those players, because a lot of guys go into the offseason with offseason programs or advice from coaches saying, hey, this Casey Rogers probably talking to Tyleik Williams or Dan Campbell, hey, do this. They probably told him to lose weight. And if
they gave him a plan for
they
sure.
gave him a plan. If that is the case, then they probably don't see him at nose tackle like I originally did.
Yeah.
This is connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Because Tyleek, they probably would have said, hey, man, sustain that weight. Stay around 320, 310, stay around over 300 pounds. If he's getting to a little below, they probably see him being utilized a little differently, or Kelvin Shepard telling him. So that's where I don't know the answer to that. They signed, they let DJ Reader go, they let Roy Lopez go. Those are two guys, even though Roy played some 3-tech as well, but two guys that you could throw at nose tackle and feel pretty good. They don't have those guys anymore. They have Jay Tufele, the former defensive tackle for the Cincinnati Bengals, who, in all due respect, is basically like a jag at this point. So I don't know how they end up. I don't know who's the nose tackle. I do not. So that's the one question I do hope to have answered, at least during training camp. We'll get to see who's lining up there, because you'd think that they play next to each other, but again, we're talking about a defensive line that has been historically great against stopping the run, except for last year, but they're trying to get back to that. I don't think they would be like, hey, Tyleek, lose 50 pounds, and then we're going to have you at nose tackle.
Well, clearly Levi's the nose tackle here. I'm just talking.
I don't think you have a nose tackle on your team that's like a legit NFL guy proven right now.
And when you hear him kind of, saying that they're going to play with the scheme a little bit, I think it's something different. I think this is maybe a way to help Tyleek maybe be a better pass rusher,
for sure.
Help him fire off the ball a little bit more, because you want to kind of get that Elaine type production out of him if you can. But I wouldn't really worry about it, especially in terms of him just playing zero technique. I don't think that's in the cards for him.
You know what I think this kind of shows is that nickel package you're running. You're basically like, in their mind, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be Aleem and Tyleek and the 3-techs.
Yeah.
You're going to have Hutch and like Derek Moore coming off the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of having like the Sam linebacker, you have Derek and you're going to have Jack. And then you're going to have your nickel, 2 corners, and safeties.
Yep.
That's I think, honestly, if they're telling Tyleek to go down 50 pounds, like if it's like, hey, get down 25, get down 15, just to get you a little bit more in shape so you're not, out of shape or anything, I get that. And at that point, you're playing, zero tech straight up.
Yeah.
But if you're telling them to get 50 pounds, because these guys do have off-season plans, right? Like, hey, this is where we want you when you come back. This is your goal. And for people who don't know, like NFL, I think it's the NFL. Each player, from what I've heard, is like you have a weight that you need to be on. When I asked Bray about this, and you get fined every pound you're off. So they probably gave him a weight. Hey, you got to get to this weight, and he's down 50 pounds. So they obviously, his off-season plan leaving the building last offseason was, hey, we need you to get to this weight. And when Dan and Shep, and they're sitting there looking at the defensive schemes, they're probably envisioning Aleem and Tyleek at the 3-techs both together.
Yep.
Yeah,
and that's like going to be their 70% of the snaps
go.
is what they're going to go.
I found the quote. I was looking for this about the Tyleek nose tackle thing. He told reporters, I think this is during OTAs.
Right.
He said, I think I'll be playing some nose this year and some 3-tech. We'll see.
Yeah.
And now he's down in weight.
You just can't play. There's no way he's playing those. If he lost 50 pounds, let's say it's the combine weight, 330.
Yeah.
That man's 280.
Yeah, he's not. That's not.
You're not playing nose tackle at 280.
And if Kelvin Shepard had anything, like if Kelvin Shepard wanted to bring back kind of the identity we had under Aaron Glenn, where we stopped the run. If you don't have a nose tackle, and you, like you just said, Boone, like if it's a Lee McNeil and Tyleek Williams bring pressure from the inside at the 3-techs, you're really reliant on Jack Campbell to help your run game. If you're going to have two basically 3-techs on the field at one time without a nose tackle.
Well, also too, it's whoever's at nickel, you got to be able to stop the run.
Yeah, have to.
You know what I mean? Like you're going to have to that front 7. If you're sitting there, that counts, that nickel, and that's where it's like it sucks a little bit that Brian Branch is out till December, because and I said it a couple months ago.
So much.
I just think at the end of the day, Brian Branch should be the nickel no matter what.
Yeah.
And if you get out of that nickel package, then you throw him at safety. But like you're in that nickel package, and it's Brian Branch because he's so good stopping the run. Man.
Versatile, yeah.
And the fact that you don't have him, maybe honestly too, maybe you really can't say Keith Abney. I don't know what Keith Abney's like stopping the run at the run at the next level. But like maybe a Chuck Clark or
born again gamer
Roger McCreary. What's he like against the run?
Yeah. Sorry, Boone.
Roger McCreary can get down there and tackle too.
So if he could do that, then you're in a really good spot.
No, sorry, Boone. I cut you off there, but Commoneer said maybe Aleem gained weight and he is going to the 0-tech now.
No,
there's just no way you're asking Aleem. I think it is. I think it is a really good look though. Like if you have your 2 3-techs or Aleem and Tyleek, like that's really good.
I think Tyleek is still going to be the nose. He's just going to be more
knows by name.
By name.
Yeah.
But by body.
At 280?
Yeah.
Well, that's how it's going to be, though.
And they might have certain sets in which he plays zero technique, but I don't think it'll be an all-the-time thing.
No.
Yeah, because he's just
they'll move
light.
him around. Yeah, they'll move him around. I'm just curious what his weight is right now.
Yeah.
That's right. I really want to know. He could be 350 and he got down to 300. I don't know.
He said he lost 50 pounds.
I just don't know what
that's a lot of weight.
I don't know what his
he
weight
weighed in
was.
at the combine at 330.
But that
and you would think in the NFL his first year he wouldn't have been 330. 330 feels like that would be at his biggest, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
You would think after year one in Detroit he would have gotten more into shape and he would be at like 320.
If you're playing your best defensive lineman, it's him and Aleem next to each other. There's no question.
Oh, yeah.
So they have to do
even
it.
50, let's just say like he was 350 and he gained 20 pounds in his year one. 300 still, like, I guess that's not. I mean,
it's a big jump.
What's Roy Lopez?
Roy's he's 300 plus.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. He's athletic though. But so is Tyleek.
He's 315.
They call him the Dancing Bear. They call Tyleek the Dancing Bear coming out.
Yeah, they did.
Huh?
Yeah,
they did.
DJ Reader 335. But again, that's what Tyleek is. And he said, "Hey, I lost 50 pounds."
Yeah.
This just doesn't make much sense to me. I'm not gonna lie.
No, and I get Easy's in the chat like he's your nose guy.
You can't play nose at. I don't think you can play nose tackle at 280.
Or 290, 300.
But again, he's
not primarily nose. No,
he's not just going. I don't think people realize like he's not just going in the offseason with his own plan of being like, I'm going to lose 50 pounds because I want to lose 50
the coaches
pounds.
would tell him.
The coaches gave him a plan at the end of the year. This is the weight you need to come into camp at, and he literally today posted down 50 pounds. So the coaches told him. Kelvin Shepard, Dan Campbell, the weight staff, they told him, you need to get 50 down. So they obviously have a plan in place for him of probably playing majority 3-tech.
By the way, did you guys see they signed a linebacker too? I don't know.
Some no-name guy.
Yeah, Troy Reader.
A couple years ago, he had like 90 tackles.
Yeah. He played a lot early with the Rams. Hasn't played a lot the last couple years, but yeah, he was, I mean... They brought in another linebacker.
Took his spot.
Yeah, more of a cover guy. He could cover. Had a couple picks years ago with the Rams, but yeah, they did sign a linebacker. I know people were talking about it in the chat, but we did see it. Let's see. I am nobody. Appreciate the $2. Says Caleb is more talented than a dancing bear.
Yep. Thank you.
That's what I do call you, Caleb. You're a dancing bear. You're the most athletic guy.
Yes.
And people can sleep on you all you want.
Yeah.
They can. I think normal. Like if they see me, they go just a lard fatso. That's what that guy is. But no, get me on the basketball court. I'll meet you on the golf course. I'll meet you between the lines anywhere.
You get up on the mound?
Yep, on the mound. Yep.
I mean, he's a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, he is.
The people's Bo Jackson.
5 tools.
He really. Yeah.
I found something that I mean pickleball. I'm no good at. So no pickleball.
Okay. So there is a limit.
Yeah.
I would like to play pickleball. Never have.
Let's. What do we got, Caleb? Let's go to.
Hey, real quick. I just want to say I'm sorry. Just last thing with Tyleek. I hope people realize this too. I said he's going to be a breakout player this year. I want him at the 3-tech. I think in the NFL, I think he's going to be he can be elite at the 3-tech. Do you know how I look at Tyleek? This is going to sound crazy, guys. I already said earlier this offseason I think he's going to be better than Aleem in his career. I look at him as like bear with me, like the Jack Campbell career arc. Like remember after year one, he was in and out playing Sam. No one really looked at him as like a Pro Bowler yet. It was like, hey, just let him develop. And then year two, it was like, oh, you got to really see Jack. And then even year three, what did I say? I was like, I think he's going to be a Pro Bowler. And then he kind of got into things, and now he's the All-Pro, the best in the league. I think Tyleek has that in him. He's a first-round pick for a reason. I think he has that kind of career arc, and I think this is the year where you finally see, like, wait a second. He could be better than Aleem McNeil. That's why I do, like, I get people want him at he might be nose tackle. I want him at that 3-tech. I think he can be really good.
Yeah, people forget one of the years at Ohio State. I think he might have been as a freshman, but he got after the quarterback a little bit. I know it's in college,
and he stops the run. He could be one of the best in the league at stopping the run at the 3-tech.
That's where, for me, I would like him at nose tackle because of his ability to defend the run. That's what was advertised coming out.
Right.
Is he's athletic, uber athletic. He can defend the run, so I would like him at nose. But I can listen to that pitch. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what losing weight does.
I'm all in on Tyleek, man.
When we come back, we'll get into our crunch time training camp blitz. Caleb Zarnik dropping questions for us. We'll talk more training camp Detroit Lions, so stick with us. Hit the like button on the stream to support as well. What do we got, Caleb?
Booner, tell us about Mortgage Pros.
All right, if you guys are looking for a career upgrade, check out Mortgage Pros, the #1 mortgage broker to work for in the state of Michigan. We got to see their incredible company culture out at their annual block party, and they have 4.9 stars and over 4,000 reviews, and their reputation, it speaks for itself. So if you are looking for a new job, give Mortgage Pros in Troy a call. You see the number on the screen there. It's 248-416-1361. And as well, Mortgage Pros, just let the pros handle it.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Sean Belizian wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Two Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
Add some Detroit style to your next catering event, go with Buddy's Pizza. You can save 20% on your next catering order of $200 or more with promo code Woodward20. They have, the best pizza in the world, meatballs, salads, wings. It's all fantastic. Visit buddyspizza.com/catering to view their complete menu and place your order today.
We're back. It's Crunch Time, Woodward Sports. Talked to Kerby Joseph. We'll get back into it. We talked some Tyleik Williams, what was going on. His story, lost 50 pounds. And now we got our Crunch Time training camp blitz, where Caleb Zarnik's got some questions for us around training camp. And you guys will be chiming in as well. We'll read some comments. So let's begin. KG can drop us a track. Let's get this thing started. Caleb, what do you got for us?
Yeah, first one here. Kind of a true or false question. Rock Ya-Sin will run away with the cornerback 2 spot, leaving Ennis Rakestraw and Roger McCreary in the dust.
Oh,
I'll say this true. Roger McCreary is going to be your nickel, and I have zero faith in Ennis Rakestraw.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Until I see it, it's one of those until I see it, don't believe it. So yeah, I think Rock Ya-Sin, he's the one honestly in this building, outside of DJ Reed, he's the one I'm most comfortable with playing outside corner. And at least you don't have him being your #1 corner at times. I felt like last year he had to step up and even be the #1 because DJ Reed, little iffy here and there, but I still think Rock Ya-Sin, as much as we do hate on him and we're like this corner room isn't that great, he's still a vet that at the end of the day, as much as we don't, he got the job done last year. He performed.
He did. He did an excellent job against A.J. Brown. We all remember that game, and there was the called PI that should have been a PI. And I think Rock Ya-Sin really proved himself to be at least to continue to be a part of the Detroit Lions. I don't know about his career as a #2 corner, but I do know right now with what the Lions have, he's their best option. There's no question about it. So I'll say true as well. I know there was you heard the talk of Roger playing outside or Keith Abney maybe playing outside. I think they're going to give those guys run and see if they'll let them compete. But at the end of the day, to have a guy like Rock who's not 5'9", who has proven he can be he can stick with some of these big wide receivers. I'm gonna go true as well.
Also, too, with Rock and Ennis, again, we've seen one, haven't seen the other. That's why.
I'm working with literally no data with Ennis Rakestraw. It's tough. You're going off faith, which I have no problem. I've thrown a lot of takes off faith. I mean, I talked about Hendon Hooker a lot. So you're talking to a guy who operates in faith at times, but this time I can't do it.
Barring a historic camp from Rakestraw, I wouldn't expect him.
No.
You just gotta.
It'd be like a joke. I mean, look at this. Right. I mean,
if he ends up playing and he ends up giving you something, like, that's incredible. I think we all want that.
He's a second-round pick. He should.
Caleb,
just can't.
If Ennis Rakestraw steals that job, I want like a Jordan-esque doc, like the documentary on Jordan on Ennis Rakestraw.
Dude, I will buy his jersey.
The Last
immediately.
Dance.
I don't even know what number is he wearing. He's number 50.
Who knows? You don't even know.
He switched it 4 times.
He's in year 4, and he's got 4 different jersey numbers.
For somebody that ain't played, he done switched his jersey a lot.
I'll buy his jersey if he wins that spot.
Like, I took it personally. I want some Ennis Rakestraw. I took it personal.
It's like the little meme Caleb setting up for the interview, the doc interview.
Yeah.
Just walking in, getting set up.
That's how it is, man. So I'll go true for Rock. I think he steals and runs away with it.
Yeah, we'll stay on the defensive side of the ball here. Will Jimmy Rolder be this year's camp darling?
I love this one, dude. You go first.
Go ahead, Jeff. Jump in. Faith, remember?
It's a good one. It's a really good one. We have seen the reports of OTAs. He's getting picks and with the second team, and he's making some plays. I'm going to say no because I think it'll be Keith Abney at nickel. I think he's going to be the talk of the town. Because and the reason why I say that is because I think the eyes of the fans, the eyes of the reporters will be on that secondary, and I think Keith is going to get a lot of highlight because of how bad the secondary is.
Look at him pushing his mans.
Linebacker is next on that list. So if it does happen, would I be shocked? No. But I think so many people, we know how this works. We've been covering it a lot. People are looking to be watching the secondary. The minute Keith does anything, he's going to be the darling because of how bad that secondary is. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to rock with my guy Keith, but
I am going to say yes.
Yeah, I knew you would.
Hey, Jimmy Rolder, the thing is we saw it come out of OTAs. What's the number one thing, especially in the defense when you're a rookie, what's the number one thing that Dan Campbell and that defense always takes into account? And we've seen guys win big jobs on this defense because of it. Takeaways, but also special teams.
Oh, yeah.
And Keith Abney, he might be good on special teams, but you know who makes plays on special teams typically? Linebackers. And, look at Rodrigo in year 1. Was making plays on special teams, gradually started to get snaps on defense. By the time, the season came around, that man was taking starter snaps throughout the season as a rookie out of Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Right? So, for me, it's the same thing with Jimmy Rolder, to where Jimmy Rolder, he already at OTAs was making plays on special teams and defense, and he was already starting to get snaps with the twos, I think, from what we've heard, in OTAs. So, for me, I'm sitting here going, hey, if he shows out on special teams, your linebacking core is – because now you lost Anzo. So, essentially, everything moves up. You have Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes moves up, Rodrigo moves up, Trevor Nowaski moves up, and then you add in that fifth guy where Nowaski and Rodrigo were the last 2 years. You're adding in Jimmy Rolder. And your 5 linebackers, guess what, guys? Hey, I'll be the one to say it. I'll knock on wood there's going to be injuries.
Yeah.
So at some point this year, Jimmy Rolder is going to be getting snaps at the defensive end for your team at some point this season because you're not going to have all 5 linebackers stay healthy for 17 games.
Booner ain't playing about that special teams point because they had my man returning kicks last year. Yeah. He was a linebacker.
Grant Stewart was back there returning kicks. I think
running in a straight line.
Jimmy Rolder is going to be a starter on the special teams. It's going to be like him and Nowaski are going to be the 2 linebackers on special teams. And Rodrigo, of course, as well. But you're going to see him at some point get snaps on the defensive side of the ball in games.
But, to me, the biggest thing is, like you said, in OTAs, he was able to go out there and get interceptions. And not saying that he'll be able to do that, over the course of a, regular season. But the fact that he has that kind of ability, I think that kind of forces the Lions' hand to maybe look at him a little bit more, especially if they are moving to a more nickel-based system. This is why I think the system is also important. We have questions about Malcolm Rodriguez and whether he can hold up in coverage. If you have a guy that's younger that can go out there and kind of make those plays, then, they'll give him a shot.
Yeah, I would even throw out Derek Moore, too. That's another candidate. People have been clamoring for edge.
Both from Michigan, too.
Both from Michigan. That's a great point. But people have been clamoring for the next edge next to Hutch. Dude, if Derek Moore beats, Penei Sewell once or beats Blake Miller once, people are going to be hype about.
No, for sure.
So, like, I would even throw, like, Derek Moore in that conversation. We can agree the darling of training camp will be a rookie. I just think there's a couple guys that'll be right in that conversation, too.
I think the rookies this year are going to be I think you're going to get some good rookies out of this class. Jimmy Rolder, Keith Abney, Derek Moore, Blake Miller. Like, this feels like one of those, like, Brad Holmes draft classes.
Yeah, so I like it. I like it.
Following 24, he needed this.
He needed it bad.
I really like this draft class a lot.
Caleb?
Go ahead, Caleb.
Yeah, we'll go offensive side of the ball now.
Here we go.
Greg Dortch will get more first-team reps than we might have anticipated over Isaac Tesla, fully taking over the Khalif Raymond role.
False. That's that. I don't know. Maybe that might be. Greg Dortch is going to get second reps. Isaac Tesla's not losing.
Yeah.
He's only going to get better.
Dortch should be the gadget guy.
Dortch will be kind of the Khalif Raymond, but guess what? At the end of last year, who was getting the run? It was Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think they let Khalif walk. I think they brought Dortch in just to return punts and do all
stuff
that.
like that. Yeah.
But I think last year, the second half of the year, Tesla started getting those reps, and it was shown at the end of the year with the targets.
If you want to have the special teams conversation, Greg Dortch is up there for me. Like, I think he is an incredible returner, and I do think there's some things he can do on offense as like a gadget player, and that's not to disrespect him as a wide receiver. I think he's a guy that if you give the ball to around the line of scrimmage, he can make plays. I just don't think he'll overtake what Tesla can bring because of Tesla's ability to line up on the outside and be a deep threat. It's like what they had with Tim Patrick. They were searching for. If they want to run 3 wide receivers, you have that. Amon-Ra in the slot. You have Jameson Williams on the outside. Like, that's a really good 3 wide receiver set right there. So.
To be fair, though, I think like that fourth guy, I do think, like you mentioned it. What was the word you said? Gadget.
Yeah.
Just
I still think Greg Dortch will be your kind of gadget fourth guy.
Yeah.
Like you're going to see him get some catches like Khalif.
Yeah.
But he's not going to get more snaps than Isaac Tesla. Tesla is going to be that dude out there.
Right.
And I think like when if J-Mo comes out for a play, it's going to be a Dortch that comes in and he's in the slot, or Amon-Ra in the slot, kind of moving around. Maybe like a reverse. You might see Greg Dortch getting a reverse, which Khalif was that guy. Yeah. I think it's just like Jeff's point, like maybe 2 different roles, but Dortch is still going to get some opportunities.
Or if you decide to spread the offense out, I think you have great options with him being your fourth receiver.
Yeah, if you go 4 wide receivers, man, he's definitely there. Sometimes they might go Jameer Gibbs as that guy too.
True. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Dortch, I think Dortch is going to be your fourth guy because he's a playmaker.
Yeah, he's a good receiver.
Explosive.
Yeah, I mean, for Greg Dortch, for me, the reason I asked that is because I don't think it's that much, and I'm not saying he's going to have more reps than Tesla, maybe just more than we anticipated, just because I don't think it's that much of a coincidence that right after you hire Drew Petzing, you bring in Greg Dortch. So there had to be something they really like from Greg Dortch. Maybe not just, on the spot, maybe not just returning, maybe, offensively as well, as a gadget player like Khalif Raymond was for us.
I think that's what it will.
Another one here, offensive side of the ball. Will Christian Mahogany win the left guard job easily over Ben Barch and Juice Scruggs?
Oh,
that's such a good question.
Easily?
That's such a good question because, the key word to that is easily. Because Ben Barch, if he's healthy, you could argue the best left guard on this team. Because he started in the league, and he's played at a decent level in this league.
I'll say no. I think he's the favorite, and he probably will win it. But I just think there's so much competition at that spot that I think Mahogany's, you're going to find that out, I think, towards the middle to end of training camp where you feel maybe better about it, but Ben Barch will test him. They have, even like Drews could slide and play some guard.
Is Miles Frazier still there?
Miles Frazier,
I think he's kind of floating around because he could play pretty much anywhere but center, I think, on the O-line.
Giovanni Manu.
No. Jeff, can we get an official statement for you on that from you before camp? Camp starts tomorrow. You have to choose a side. Are you in or out on Giovanni Manu?
Oh.
Tomorrow's the day because the reports will start coming out after practice tomorrow.
Think about the
cash. You have to make your decision of you're in or out on Giovanni Manu entering 2026.
He just keeps pulling me back in.
Wow, what do you mean he keeps pulling? Hold on, what has he done to pull you back in, though?
It's the lure. It's the
lure.
The lure. Man. Shit. I'm gonna say me and Giovanni Manu are we're not talking.
Oh,
they're on a break.
Oh, damn.
So you're out on him this year.
Yeah.
Do you think he gets cut?
Oh yeah, it's over.
Probably.
They playing him at guard now. If he don't succeed in camp, it's over.
Yeah.
That's so heartbreaking for the guy, man. It is, because
Had
Gio
some ups and
had
downs.
the potential was there, man.
It was a project when they drafted. We all knew it was a project when they drafted.
Superfan Hutch said, "Don't let Booner bully you, Jeff."
No,
I'm not bullying you,
You got
man.
it, guys. We like to say we're a hand-up show. And it's hand
And
up.
you're not ready to put that hand up
Nah,
yet.
the hand's like this.
He fighting it.
I'm battling it, man. Yeah, I'm battling it, man. But I've already admitted though, like, yeah, it's tough. We're at DEFCON 5.
Yeah, I would say so.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Maybe you can play. No, I'm just kidding. But if you
Maybe
slide him,
maybe you can play center.
Maybe you can throw him at tight end.
Jumbo tight end.
They tried
Dan
that.
Skipper role.
They tried him in the Dan Skipper role last year, I thought, didn't they?
Yeah.
Now you got Drew Scruggs that
And
can
he
do
failed.
that.
He got Jared Goff damn near killed.
Yeah, it's over for him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
White flag waving it.
Do we have more, Caleb?
Yeah, I got one more here if we want to close it out with this one. Considering the personnel, does Drew Petzing come into camp with more pressure than Kelvin Shepard?
Oh, wait, hold. No.
Well, I mean,
I don't think it's that easy of an answer.
I tried to word it in a way. Considering the personnel, the Lions' offense has been very good in years past. It's a way better group. The defense on paper is bad.
Look at Booter face.
The pressure. Kelvin Shepard almost got fired.
Yeah,
we don't know that. We assume that.
In the fan base, he almost did.
Yeah, in the fan base, he almost got fired.
With Drew Petzing, John Morton came in and technically had a top 5 offense. Drew Petzing's 100 times better than him, and he actually has.
How do you know? That's
we
what
know.
I'm saying. How do you know?
Want to know how I know? Because Drew Petzing was an OC for 3 years in this league. John Morton was for a year, got booted, and then came in again, and then got booted again. I know.
So you're putting a lot of pressure on Drew Petzing.
No, the pressure for Drew Petzing. It's like, hey, dude, like you have the weapon. Like I think Drew Petzing can come in and still have a top 5 offense.
But
they added Blake Miller. They've moved Panay. They added a center. They've added more pieces, guys. Like,
but you got to.
Is there pressure? Yes.
That's what.
There's not more pressure though. Like Kelvin Shepard had a bottom 15 defense last year after having a top 10 the year before. Dropped the bottom 15. Now he's without a secondary, and it's like, hey, it's a make or break for your career as a DC. This isn't a make or break for Drew Petzing's career. Drew Petzing's going to be fine one way or another. Kelvin Shepard needs to have a good defense, and it falls on the defense to win a Super Bowl.
And you're not wrong, but I think why this question ain't as easy as it seems is because we just spent the whole first hour of the show talking about the deficiencies on this defense. You expect Kelvin Shepard to be able to succeed?
He has
with a secondary like
this? See, we're not. No. We're not doing that. We're not going to do that all year and give Kelvin Shepard an out because he has a no. You better have this defense.
How is it an out? It's the truth.
It's an out. It's year 2.
Is this not one of the worst secondaries in the league right now?
No, that is an out.
How?
He better have a good defense this year.
No,
you need to have a top 15 defense.
How do you expect him to do that with no secondary?
No, we're not doing this in July 27th, the day before training camp. That guy does not get an out. It is not getting out.
You know what it is? It's not. He's not going to have a good defense this year. It's because
thank you.
But I'm just going to be honest with you. He's not. But the reality of it is, he's going to be the one held to the fire.
He needs to be.
And it's not right or wrong. Because I'm with you, KG. Like with that secondary, bro, you can't have a good defense. There's no way. There is no way Kelvin Shepard can have a good defense. So like that's why I don't think they're contenders. I've been consistent with that.
But that's why I don't think all the pressure should be on him.
But here's the reality of it. I think it's close. I think Drew Petzing definitely has pressure on him.
Yeah, because imagine another failed OC.
Because people should be watching. You can't miss on back-to-back coordinators. So obviously people are going to be watching the offense a lot. And if people think they can outscore every opponent every single week to win a Super Bowl, they're definitely going to be watching the offense. And if you see the offense is slow in training camp, people are going to talk about it and be like, oh, is Drew Petzing this or that? But unfortunately, Kelvin Shepard edges him out because of last year and because of the narrative. And if they're not good, which they're not going to be, I think this ends one way. I do. I think it ends. And I listen, love Kelvin as a dude. He seems like players love him. It's going to end one way. Defense is not going to be good. Calvin's going to have to battle. And he's probably going to be let go.
I can't.
That's just the way it feels like it's going to go.
And that's
I get the
whether
point,
it's right or
KG.
wrong.
And I'm just providing it. I don't think you're wrong.
But
I'm
I
just
can't.
being
Like we
objective.
can't get it. Like if we start this narrative July 27th, we're going to get to like week 10, week 12, and they're going to be a bad defense, and people are just going to be like, it's okay, give him another year because he didn't have it. No, I'm not doing that again with this defense. Not doing it. If it's a bad defense, like I get it. Show us something. Like you have. I get if it's a bad secondary. schematically, give us something
I
to be able
agree.
to at least put be like, okay, he tried at least. He did everything he could. But I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, no matter what, he gets the excuse of bad second. No, at least try and put something out on the field that gives us an opportunity to be like, okay, because guess what, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, AG didn't have the best defense to work with. The D-line wasn't great, but what did AG do? AG battled, and there was weeks where you were like,
they stitched
damn,
it together sometimes.
like AG figured this out.
Right.
I'm going into this year in that mindset of like, hey, if you do have a secondary, you still do have guys like Chuck Clark, Thomas Harper, guys that can play in the league. Maybe they're not full-time starters. Patch this thing together because that's your job as a DC. Because we've seen really good DCs in this league patch it together and figure it out. He needs to do that if he wants a job moving forward. And I love Shep.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Once again, I don't think you're wrong. I really don't think it's a wrong argument in this at all. But it's different this year as opposed to last year, because last year you came into the season with a fully healthy defense. And to be honest with you, we love to forget the first 7 to 8 weeks of the season, he did have the defense kind of humming until the injuries took hold. So that's why I say this year is different, because you coming in a leg behind already
I
this
think his job, to be honest, like for Calvin, he has to look at this thing like this. All right, secondary stinks. All right, because of a circumstance I can't control.
Exactly.
That's fair. But he also does have two All-Pro players. He has, or at least All-Pro caliber players, Aiden Hutchinson and Jack Campbell. He has two guys there on the defense. Aleem, hopefully he can return to form, but he's going to have some pieces to work with that where you might not be able to be great. Just don't be bad.
You have to schematically as a coach, you have to be able to put this thing together.
You got to be serviceable,
and I agree with that.
Serviceable with flashes of like, oh wow, Kelvin had a great game. Remember that game where AG sat on the bench like this?
Yeah, of course.
Like I need some moments like with that. With
And when
Calvin,
he did that,
he puts on a
there was
master
injuries.
class. He puts on a master class, and then we can have that conversation. But
because realistically, if you're keeping Kelvin Shepard into year 2, the reason is because Dan's like, I think he's a really good DC in this league. Mm-hmm. And if he is, and he didn't go out and go get a veteran, right? Like he could have had Dennis Allen 2 years ago, all that. Then he needs to go out there and at least be able to put something decent on the field with what he has to work with. Because a good DC in this league can do that.
Yeah,
but you can't be outside the top 20 defensively this year.
I
agree with that.
You know by watching the
I
film.
agree with that.
You watch a team and guys are out of position. No one's the communication's terrible. You know, guys are always in the right. Like if you see guys in the right spots, but they're not making plays. Like there's obviously context to it. It's hard to answer that right now. But unfortunately, Calvin's in a. It's like a.
He got shit working against him this year.
He does for sure.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. We're do we have to double up, Caleb? What do we got?
We'll double up later.
Okay.
Booner, tell us about
Icon Auto.
Oh, by the way, Overreaction Monday coming up next.
Overreaction Monday. We're excited, though, to welcome Icon Auto Repair and Collision to the Woodward Sports family. If you have been in an accident or your vehicle needs any repairs, make sure you trust the team at Icon Auto Repair and Collision. They have 3 convenient Metro Detroit locations in Madison Heights, Shelby Township, and Pontiac, and they've got you covered. They also offer free car loaners and even offer to pay your deductible. You can visit iconauto.com. It's the icon that you can count on.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that.
Don't just survive, thrive.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Let me tell you about our friends over at Supreme Lending. You got to talk to the professionals, and the professionals are Chad and Chris over at Supreme Lending, full-service lender, and they boast a 99% close-on time rate, 97% customer satisfaction score. But here is the game changer. You mention Woodward Sports, and you'll receive up to $500 off your appraisal. To score this deal, call the numbers on your screen. Talk to Chad and Chris at Supreme Lending today. We're back. It's crunch time here on Woodward Sports, continuing some Lions mixed with other things. We got Overreaction Monday. We're bringing it back for football season, although it's not football season. We got some off-season stuff. We took a break. Things are happening. We're back. It's officially locked in every single Monday along with other benchmarks. But let's get to Overreaction Monday. Me and Booner are going to give our overreactions, and the boys can cook us, agree with us. In the chat, feel free, chime in as well, because we want your opinion on it as well. We'll start with Lions.
Let's do Lions.
All right, go ahead.
My Lions overreaction, fellas. The Detroit Lions have finally gotten their edge across from Aiden Hutchinson and Derek Moore.
Talk about it.
I think future-wise, and me and Jeff were having this conversation in the back a little bit, year one, we can have that expectation, 6 to 8 sacks, all of that, all good. But I think stopping the run-wise, getting to the quarterback, I think when you look at the future of Derek Moore and what he can bring to the table, I look at him as a future in this league. At his best, his peak, he could be a Pro Bowl edge rusher in the league. And you finally got someone across from Aiden Hutchinson that could put something on paper for you and help you out.
Booner, is he help wire in?
Yes. and I even think this year, like the thing with that, and I looped it in at first with the overreaction, which I guess it's not as much, but I do think like the duo of Derek Moore in his rookie year and DJ Wanham, I think is very, very good.
Yeah.
And I think it's the best you've ever had with Aiden Hutchinson, and I think by the end of the year, people are going to look back and be like, all right, Brad kind of cooked on that.
Yeah.
And then I think in year two, in year three, then you start having that conversation about Derek Moore being in that Pro Bowl conversation, and you have an all-pro edge rusher with Aiden Hutchinson, a fringe or a Pro Bowl guy in Derek Moore, and you're sitting there going, you have your 1-2 punch now. You already paid Hutch, and you have a guy on a rookie contract for the next 4 years. So I think Brad finally did it. Got the guy next to Hutch that we wanted. I truly believe that.
Yeah, he's even though this is what I bring up all the time with Derek Moore is, although I don't think he'll have a massive rookie year, it doesn't mean he's not going to blossom to a really good player. Like I think his expectations for me this year are not much. I think he gets a couple sacks, but he has all the talent to be a 8+ sack a year guy next to Hutch. I think he can provide long term what AQM gave to you last year. I don't know about that exact total every single year, but I'm very excited about Derek Moore. And talking to Bray about it, like Bray's excited, you got to talk to him as well. I think there's a lot of untapped potential there with his ability to defend the run, which maybe can be tapped into as well. So I'm excited. I like the Derek Moore one. I'm curious really to see what he looks like year one. Maybe he can prove my expectations wrong and be even better than maybe people expect.
I think his ceiling is just so high. Like I think he has all of the potential in the NFL. He has the body type. You know, you saw him actually produce at Michigan at a high level. The questions, obviously, I think at this level, and we talked to Bray about it, stopping the run, which Bray believes that at the next level, he'll be able to stop the run. So but as you kind of get into years 2, years 3, that's something that kind of just keeps building and getting better. Yeah. Especially with his size, I think he's going to be fine.
He wasn't bad at it in college, but no. You said 6 to 8 sacks.
I think this year, I think around 6. I'm not going to sit here because Jeff obviously had the stat where it was like second round picks. Sacks over
8 is
rookies.
A lot. Yeah.
8 is a lot, but I think like you saw that like AQM get almost 10 or whatever it was, 9.5.
But he's a veteran though.
But he never did that in his career.
If Derek Moore does that, he'd be defensive rookie of the year.
I think he gets to 6 this year. I'm gonna go 6.
Okay. 6.
I think 6.
I think I had like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I'm at 4.
6 will be my number. If you guys
5,
do you want to do a pizza bet on it? Let's do over under. Let's do 5. So if he gets 5.5 plus, I win. If under 5 or below, you win.
On wax, baby. You love to see it.
I love to have a dog in the fight with Derek Moore, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What's your Lions?
So, I'm gonna be honest. I might just stick with my Kerby Joseph one from earlier. I'm trying to think of what. I'm not going to force it.
That's fair.
I am. Yeah. I'm not going to force because here's the thing about. And
is it an overreaction?
It's well, his career's over. That's my overreaction.
Oh damn. Okay.
That's where my overreaction, guys. I wish I had more positive, maybe positive thoughts on this Monday morning, but I just do not. And you guys know me. I say what I feel. I mean what I say, and how I feel about this Kerby Joseph thing is just devastation. I mean, it's a bad vibe for me. And if Kerby Joseph, I think he's going to battle this year. I think he's going to try and play, and people are going to get, as the season goes on, I think the confidence level with fans will decrease. And then after this year, I think you'll have some sort of future with him about either they get out from under his contract, they're not confident in his future playing in the NFL, and that will be decided then. So I think he battles this year, but, man, like I think it's going to come to an end.
You know the thing, too, with that, though?
That's my overreaction, truly.
A guy like Kerby, all-pro player, back-to-back, 9-sack seasons, his expectation and his level of play, fans expect a lot. So if he comes back and he's less than that, that's a big deal because he's your all-pro. He's getting paid $20+ million. So, yeah, I'm with you on that a little bit.
And it's not something
even if he does.
Well, it's like
can he get back to that level?
Well, it's like even with, like,
no.
What are they going to do, like load manage him? I mean, it's like it's tough, man. Like, he's always going to be dealing with something. And the amount of snaps he plays, like, people forget. Go look at how many snaps Kerby Joseph has played through his career with the Lions. He's on the field all the time. They need him out there because they haven't had a great defense, but Kirby's been the difference maker. He's been the guy forcing turnovers. When they had the bend, don't break defense and they were up in the league in turnovers, that dude was making it happen. So, like, they need him to play a lot. I just don't know if his knee can sustain the amount of snaps they want him to play. So, yeah, can they load manage him? Yeah, but is that a recipe for success for him playing a long time in the NFL? I don't think so. My guess is after this year, but, like, can he get through his Lions contract? Maybe, but it's not going to be the old Kerby where he's playing as many snaps. So, and Super Fan Hutch says, Jeff, let's do another bet. I think Kerby Joseph plays 10-plus games this year and returns to Pro Bowl form. Here's the thing. Pro Bowl, by the way, like, Kerby Joseph, this is how great he is. He can play limited snaps and still get like 3 picks this year. 4 picks. Like, he can grab picks. Yeah. So, like, Pro Bowl year, he could flirt with a Pro Bowl if he play. The question is, though, Superfan Hutch, he plays in 10 games. How many snaps is he playing in those games? That's what I want to know. I'd like to know. We don't know that, obviously, but I'm just curious how much run he actually gets out there. That's the big one. So we'll see. But I'm very concerned. So my overreaction would be I'm afraid his career's over.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with it.
Yeah, like First Mind says, play Kerby on runs only. First Mind, no. I want him on pass plays.
Right. Yeah.
Because his ability to get turnovers.
Throw him out there on third downs. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out First Mind, though. That's my girl in there. Shout out.
Oh, that's your girl?
No, it's not my girl physically, but I'm just saying she's a valuable member of the chat, and she's also a female. So
shout out First Mind. We appreciate you.
Shout out.
There was a little confusion there. I got that.
I know.
Got KG to blender.
I'm a married man.
Hey, but yeah, I'm out on it, guys. Hate it. Hope he proves me wrong. Though. What do you guys think of our overreactions?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say yours ain't a little bit extreme. I do like Booner's a lot. But, yeah, it's hard to say yours ain't a little extreme right now just because we just don't know. We don't have any facts at all. But we do have to start thinking like, okay, this could be the beginning of the end. And I think it's pretty clear as day that, like I said, this season, you're probably not going to have him for at all this season. Like, period.
Yeah, a shot in the chat gave $5. Said, can't they just implant a cartilage or something into Kirby's knees? No,
he said a BBL.
Oh, BBL. I didn't know what that was.
BBL
so
is crazy.
Right. Wait, what?
I haven't thought of that yet.
I didn't know what that was. I mean, if they could, I think they would have already done it. He's been out for 10 months recovered.
Bro, he tried stem cell, like all type of stuff.
There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Cartilage BBL. Shout out Shad, man. It's the greatest super chat.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, shout out my guy.
What do you think, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, Jeff, I'm kind of with you. Like, it sucks to even think about, but I don't think we see Kerby Joseph really at all this year. I just don't. Like you guys are saying, it's been 10 months, and it's not that they can't figure out what this is, but they can't get it right. The fact that he started on the PUP list is incredibly concerning. Booner, I might not be as high on Derek Moore as other people are. I just think we want him to be good. So come on, Boone. Like
what?
No. Nothing. You gave me a look, but
I didn't give no looks. I'm hot, dude. It's 90 degrees in this studio.
It is. My
dripping sweat right now.
Dude, it's crazy.
How about I alter my overreaction to Brian Branch will play more snaps than Kerby this year?
That's a good one, actually.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think if people disagree with that, then they're not.
You're right. That's not overreaction.
Well, no, because if you think about it, like, Brian's not coming back till December.
Yeah, but he got a normal injury, though.
If Brian plays more snaps, though, just in December or January, that is tough.
Like, we have more of a set timeline for Brian.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has a normal
He was already
injury.
walking around without anything on it. He looks like he's already training.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to come back right away, but, like.
The video came out of him and Kerby together, and Kerby was in flip-flops. Brian was actually working out.
Yeah.
And he's got an Achilles freaking injury.
Rake said my overreaction is that Booner has the best takes on the network. Does that mean I don't have good takes?
I mean, that would lean that way. Yeah. I hate to be real about it, but
Jesse says overreaction. This team goes 10-7, needs a win streak week 18, needs to win week 18 to help get in the playoffs, and they missed the playoffs.
Stop.
Oh.
I've seen people kind of saying that.
My
Some people have been jumping out there saying the Lions ain't gonna make the playoffs.
I can feel the more people are coming to the not contender side. I think,
Man,
and now
what?
people are going no playoffs.
I know,
which is
yeah.
a little. I mean, I don't.
Crazy.
The schedule, they're going to get in the playoffs.
Like we think they'll get in and win a playoff game at the very least. But
I'm with
can
you.
you imagine
If they
a
miss the
back-to-back
playoffs,
season?
someone's getting fired.
I can't even fathom it.
Someone gets fired. If you miss the playoffs,
Someone's got to get fired.
It's over for someone.
Yep, I agree, 1,000%.
I can't even fathom it, bro.
Yeah.
No way.
So that's his overreaction. He says they missed the playoffs, then fans turn on Brad more than they have. Well, I mean,
they already
things are going to get ugly if they miss the playoffs.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah,
and the heat gets turned up.
They might that front office might get torn apart if they miss the playoffs.
It won't be Brad or Dan though. I think they'll still have their jobs, but
no, I think if you miss the playoffs, one of those it's not Dan.
No, I don't think unless it's like
if you
disastrous.
miss the playoffs back-to-back years after
it depends
the
on
run
how
you went
bad
on.
it is. If it's like a 7-10 season, then yeah, somebody probably got to get fired.
If they miss the playoffs, Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, they're not hot seat as in hot seat, but like now people are like,
he gets turned up.
You guys are getting turned up.
No, I think they're hot seat going into next year. If they
not
miss the
gonna
playoffs,
fire them if they miss.
But
the
here's the
playoffs.
thing: you got to
one of them is out if they miss the playoffs.
No,
They love them
I don't
too
think
much.
they'll be out, but fans will definitely be. The whole I know people are kind of falling out of love right now. They'll be out of love completely. They'll be sick of it. And I think the big thing, honestly, this is where I'm at with. I've said this before.
Yeah.
With Dan, the context of it is, if you look at the NFL history of head coaches, especially the type of coach Dan is, he's a CEO guy, more offensive. I get that he's an offensive guy, but he doesn't call plays. Those guys don't get multiple opportunities to hire OCs. If Drew Petzing fails, then Dan's seat is it's like Nick Sirianni. I swear, I'm saying this right now too. This might even be my NFL overreaction. If the Eagles' offensive coordinator this year they hired does not work, Nick Sirianni's fired.
And I don't think it's going to work.
He'll get fired.
Yeah.
I promise you he will get fired.
Jalen Hurts going to get him fired.
He won a Super Bowl, he will get fired. Because that's how it works. Like, Nick Sirianni, you can't go 0 for 2 or 1 for 3 or 1 for 4 being a head coach with OCs. You can't. Yeah. Especially if you're an offensive guy.
I'm going to stick with it. I do think that if they miss the playoffs, with the schedule you have, someone's fired.
No, Sheila will come out and speak again before that happens.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, you'll hear Sheila at the bottom. I still believe in these guys again.
That's such a bad with the schedule you have, man. That's such a bad step back. Back-to-back years, no playoffs especially with all the all pros that you have and everything. Then at that point, it's someone's job.
It's the old. It's like
someone has to be held accountable.
It's the old conversation of what will and what we think.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. Typically, any other organization, someone would be fired.
Yeah,
but with the Lions,
it's Detroit.
I just think they're so in love. I just don't
just
think
like Scott Harris and the Tigers. He ain't gonna get fired, and this gonna be a debacle.
Because you're right in theory. I'm with you 1,000%. Like if any head coach misses the playoffs back to back, dude. You're like, what the hell?
Especially from the heights that you came from, NFC Championship game and all that, 15-2, yeah.
So it's just how it goes.
Got to throw my NFL hot take out there?
Yeah.
Sure.
Kansas City Chiefs go to win the AFC.
Patrick
Mahomes wins MVP. I put it down here. I'm going to bet it. The Chiefs are plus 750 to win the AFC. Mahomes is plus 1,300, which is like the 7th highest odds. Listen,
if he's healthy?
There's no facts behind it. Mahomes is still one of the best in the league. The Chiefs are some of the best in the league with Andy Reid, Spagnuolo. This is just lines up to be I know people don't like to hear this. It's a storyline thing. You're going to get into week 18 and people are going to be like, oh, coming off an ACL, blown up knee. Mahomes is your MVP. He put up these numbers. They're a 14-win team, 13-win team. It's just written in the books, right? When you talk about the script, it's the perfect script.
And the bad part is they're going to be even better next year. Next year, they're going to be damn near competing for the Super Bowl.
They got a weaker schedule too, right?
Yeah.
They do. I mean, they were I think they do.
They didn't make the playoffs.
I looked at it. Hold on. I could pull up the Chiefs' schedule. I already had it up. So they play Denver to open up.
Yeah, the division will be hard.
They play Indy, probably win. Miami, Vegas, Chargers, Seattle, tough one.
Tough game.
Denver, obviously a tough one. They play two. They play them both, but they're probably split. Jets, Falcons, Arizona.
They'll rattle off 3
Cincinnati. I'm just randomly naming them, by the way, not in order. But they play the Rams, Buffalo, the Patriots, 49ers. It's a little tough.
They got some tough games.
Chargers, and then they end with the Raiders.
But yeah, the Chiefs, they had a great draft. Excellent draft, by the way.
I'm telling you, next year they're going to be a problem.
I think they win the AFC this year.
Yeah. I can see it.
I think it's just one of those things people think it's a down year. I remember a couple years ago I said they were going to miss the playoffs, like 2 years ago. They ended up winning the AFC.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang. And I feel like that's the thing. It's like every year when people say they're going to be down and they question them, somehow Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes just figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a take for that division, but I'll save it for next Monday.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do. I'll save it for,
I got one too.
I'll save it for next Monday.
People ain't gonna like it.
What do we got, Caleb? Let's go.
Let's do Mad Packs and Art and Jakes.
All right, let me tell the people about Mad Packs. Of course, the great lineup of products that Mad Packs has. Shout out to Colton and the guys over there. But right now, they are promoting their line of gummies, man. The Boom Shakalaka Live Resin Infused Tarantula is now a 200 milligram hash rosin gummy. And the same goes for the High-Low Pre-Rolls, a 200 milligram live resin gummy. And they still got all the other Mad Packs extras, the extracts, the Blizzard packs, pre-roll flour, everything that you need to feel like the best version of yourself while you're coping with this Kerby Joseph news. But go to getmadpacks.com. Mad flavor, mad high, Mad Packs.
And let me tell you guys about Art and Jake's. We were out at Art and Jake's for the Detroit Tigers watch party just a couple days ago at the Shelby Township location. Guys, if you guys like cold drinks, if you like good food, go to Art and Jake's, man. They have over 80 wall-to-wall TVs, 22 draft beers on tap that will keep you refreshed, and a menu packed with fan favorites. Come party with us. Or not with us because we're not doing a watch party right now, but go party at Art and Jake's. Go watch some UFC. Go watch some NFL, college football, basketball, whatever it is. Go to Art and Jake's. It's a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Neil Rule and Sean Belizian wake you up every Monday through Friday on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. That's right, Big D Energy has moved to mornings. Get your morning dose of Neil's tone and Sean's insanity. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Two Detroit sports legends coming together for the best Detroit sports morning show there is. Big D Energy, waking you up weekdays on Detroit's #1 sports network.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Let me tell you about our friends over at Yaldo Eye Center. If you're tired of fumbling those glasses or contacts, which I understand the hassle of having those, get LASIK and take care of all those issues. And the professionals over at Yaldo Eye Center can fix that for you. 30 years of experience, 100,000 procedures. Their LASIK eye surgery is completely painless, takes just 8 minutes, and you're seeing 20/20 the very next day. Most patients are. Right now, you can take advantage of their summer promotion, just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Book that consultation today at yaldoeyecenter.com/1699.
And Loom Cannabis Company. And if you're not getting some of the great flower like the Jenny Kush that they have there, you can be getting into these buzzing energy drinks from Loom. And it's the same buzzings that you know and love, 7.5 milligrams of pure THC, but they've paired that with 100 milligrams of caffeine from green tea extract. But it's not the artificial stuff. It's bold in flavor, light in calories, and built for the long summer days and nights. You can get this in refreshing peach and raspberry lemonade, and it's also available at all 40 locations across the state of Michigan. All you got to do is go to loom.com or go in store, and remember, when you do, use code WSN30 to get 30% off your entire order. It's Loom Cannabis.
We're back. It's crunch time here on Woodward Sports. I want to read these super chats we missed too. Xavier Rose, appreciate the $2. Detroit will let the Lions burn before firing MCDC.
I think so.
I don't think Dan will get. That's why I hate it, but like I think
would
Brad's
choose
first.
Yeah, they would choose.
And that's why I think if they miss the
Dan
playoffs,
Brad.
it's like he's built a great team, but if you miss the playoffs back-to-back years and you weren't able to complement the players that you had, if someone was going to get fired, it would be GM first. And like you're not getting rid of Dan Campbell. I don't think you will.
I just think it's such an interesting case because usually you see the head coach get fired first as the GM's last scapegoat.
But Dan is like the city.
But he's like the city, yes.
Yeah.
And it's like I just don't see Brad firing Dan. I just don't. I think they're too close, and whether that's a bad thing in most cases when they're that good of friends, like your GM and your head coach. But I think Brad's gone first. It's not going to happen next year, even if they have a bad season, it's not going to happen next year. But I think the first to go, if things really go downhill these next 2 years, is Brad.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Tev Sauce, by the way, earlier, we didn't read this, $2. We appreciate it, Tev Sauce. His Doc got taken out back by Kerby. Rip Doc.
Yeah, I did see that tweet from Kerby. That's why I was trying to believe that it was a fake Twitter account. Kerby went at Doc a couple times.
Damn.
Did you see the last tweet last night?
Damn.
The last tweet.
What did he say?
You didn't see that?
What did he say to Doc, man?
Oh my gosh, Caleb. I mean, I don't know if you would be able to pull it.
I can't wait for Wednesday.
It's a long. Oh man, let me go find it. I'm gonna.
I love the Doc. Doc's been battling the last week. That's our guy, man.
Yeah,
Wednesday's
bro.
gonna be great. We're gonna get.
It's been a rough week, bro.
man. I mean,
Ouch.
Kirby's been. Maybe it's good. I mean, it's publicity at the end of the day.
So Kerby ended last night with, "Okay, guys, I have to go on about my day. I just wanted to make it known that people say they are for you until you do something they don't like. Then they slander your name, even though they may misunderstand your intentions. And at first, even if your intentions are pure." And then a couple spaces said, "Separated the real from the fake." He said, I don't know how to say this, but my Zupanites, I love y'all. That's every time I see my jersey, I do my best to show you guys love and hear me. At the Detroit podcast, he added Doc.
Oh, man.
In a random tweet. This wasn't even quote tweeted Doc. Just add a random tweet. It said, at Detroit podcast, "You're lame. Don't come by me in that facility. Oh, wait, you can't get in that bed."
Damn.
There was a couple more, too. I'm trying to pull them up.
I was like, oh, no, Doc.
Crazy.
I mean, there was one that, the Doc put out an article. Kerby Joseph, the headline of the tweet was, "Kerby Joseph does not seem to care that the Lions fans are sensitive about injuries. He wants to bet." Then Kerby said, "You wrote this article so fast, bro. I'm still going. What you gonna do? Make another article? You ain't got nothing else to write about." Then later, he went at him again.
Damn.
He told the Doc, he said, "Don't come up to me in the facility." Oh wait.
You can't get in.
Can't
that
even
bitch.
get
It's
in.
Crazy.
Oh, I love
Get
the Doc
in.
so much. You guys, by the way, too, I'm
That's
like
crazy.
texting the Doc about this yesterday. Doc doesn't even he's like, nothing will take this guy Doc down.
No, Doc probably loved it.
He's
Oh, yeah,
like,
you
he
know he
messaged
did.
us and was like, "I haven't had a player tweet at me in so long." He said, "I love this so much."
It's the WWE and Doc, man. He's a character. He
Yeah,
loves
he
it.
is.
It's his persona. That's why we love him. He's entertaining. That's why he's not going anywhere. He's always going to join us. But yeah, I can't wait to talk to you about it. I did not
that's
not
tough,
see
man.
that. That is
That's tough.
Hey man, it's been a crazy week. I mean, from how we started last week to how we ended it, and then now going into this
Last week
week's
was
training camp.
crazy.
It just for no reason at all.
Look, shout out to Doc, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Doc.
Yeah.
No, he stand on his business.
Mike G says Daddy Mac was dissing Lotto from 8 Mile.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, people saying rip the Doc. He ain't going nowhere. By the
Doc's,
way.
he's in a good spot.
He
He'll be
ain't
fine.
going nowhere, man.
He's
Doc's
good
gonna
at what
keep
he
grinding.
does, man. Whether y'all like him or not, he's good at what he does.
He's great at it, yeah.
Yeah.
He gets the clicks. People are like, and you know what I don't like too, by the way? I was battling with some people this weekend about it. People are like, "Oh, he's clickbait," or "You guys are clickbait," or "These clickbait." Like, I don't think people understand. That's what the job is.
It's literally the business.
You need to get people to click on your stories or on your show.
Right.
So when you're like, "Oh, you're clickbait," or "Doc's clickbait," go look at the writers and the beat writers that you all like. They also clickbait.
Mm-hmm.
That's the job, and I don't think people fully understand that. They just say that to people they don't like.
Well, I mean, it's like this scouting to the max. Crunch Time don't support that clown Doc. No, we do. We very well do. We stand.
Why can't people support people and just be happy?
Well, this is the thing I always bring up in this space,
insane.
man. Like in this space, it's very important to have this mindset. I think in life, period, I have this mindset. Like loyalty is loyalty. I said this last week. Loyalty isn't just what you can do for me now, and then when it's not relevant anymore, I'm not loyal or convenient. I'm loyal to the core. Like, the Doc is our guy. He's a brother of ours. Like, and no matter what he's going through, he's always going to be our brother.
Right.
Like, and that's how I feel like loyalty should be. I don't think it's like, well, it's convenient, we're loyal, and then it's not, and then we're going to trash,
Also,
trash your name.
if you, in the chat, like, if you don't like him, that just because you don't like something or someone doesn't mean that someone else doesn't have to like them as well.
Right.
Like, we can all have our own opinion. You can have your opinion. If you don't like him, you don't like him. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Don't be like, don't tell us to not support someone because you don't like him.
Yeah.
Like, push it off your shoulder, listen to us, and move on. Like,
right.
It's
and just don't watch on Wednesdays if it bothers you that much.
Yeah. Like,
we have him on, just don't watch.
Yeah. It's like super. It's as easy as that. Yeah. We can all like different people and dislike different people.
I'm telling you, no one's. It's just,
That's what this world's like.
Ain't like he murdered anybody.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But this world is crazy, man. You like someone, people hate you for that. You dislike someone, people hate you. It's like,
if
dude,
you do.
Can we all just like have our own opinions and like our own people and just move on?
Of course
and
not.
Still hug it out.
It's 2026. Of course not.
It's insane. It's like when I have different takes and people are like, dude, I get the comments all the time, like on Instagram when we have a take. People are like, this guy sucks. He's the worst. Like, no, you just have a different opinion.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean my ball knowledge is less than yours.
Yeah, like I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. It's just this is my opinion.
Go ahead, Caleb.
No, I was just gonna say, cause I know we did all the Doc stuff on Friday after all that stuff happened, but like, even when we were just live on Crunch Time and when I wasn't on the show, when people would talk to me about Crunch Time, my dad, my family, my friends, one of the first things they would bring up is, who is that crazy dude you got on Wednesdays? I mean, Doc is really, really good at what he does. And whether you like him or hate him, he's still going to show up on your feed. You're still going to probably read his articles because of the clickbait. Doc he always came in Wednesdays. Even when he would say crazy shit, he was always prepared, and he was well-spoken, and he knew what he was talking about. I mean, Doc is really good at what he does, and, I mean, he's going to continue to do great things. Like, even if Kerby Joseph's going to try to take him down, Doc's not standing down.
Yeah. Yep, loyalty's hard to find now, man.
Yeah,
it is.
Lost art.
Yep, it's how it goes. And Doc's loyal. Do we agree with every single thing he does? No. Does he agree with every single thing we do? No. But that's what you still have to be friends. You're still friends.
Right.
I mean, some of my best friends. It doesn't mean every single decision we're always in lockstep, but we will always support him. I'll never trash him. Nothing. We owe that guy a lot. So, yeah, we love him. Anything he needs from us, he sure texts us. We talk to him all the time. So.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
man can text.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. Let's see, Jesse Adams. Yeah, like McAfee says, let's make an album about people not liking me. Ha, am I right?
Yeah.
Well, the old McAfee album. Tune into that. Actually, that's fine. He can do whatever he wants. I'm out on the whole Jaylen Brown streaming thing. I'm out. You can do whatever the hell you want. I do not care. You want to make a music album? Go ahead.
Dude,
I don't
you're your own person, man.
Yeah.
If I do something, I want to be able to just do it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me not to do what I want to do.
Mike G says, I'd watch more if you guys brought back Maz. Oh, we try to bring him as much as we can.
We just had Maz on Friday.
Right. It's just never enough.
We would love nothing more than have Maz a part of our regular program.
Yeah.
He is must-see because everyone loves him.
The best, dude.
Bro, we had people 10 minutes after Maz got off asking where Maz was.
Yeah. So we just had him on.
It's like, bro.
They just act like he died.
We love
bro.
Maz.
Like, he's just not in a full-time role anymore. He's part-time. It's okay, y'all. Like, he still works here.
Yeah.
Still under contract.
He is. Yeah, he is. Let's hit mailbag. Do you have anything for shit you may not know, Caleb?
I mean, I got this right here. We could just do this real quick.
Yeah, let's do this, and we'll get to mailbag.
Yeah, and then we got one more break before mailbag. Real quick, Bills New Jerseys. I mean, there's a lot of Bills New Jerseys. What do you guys think of them?
I like them.
Oh my god!
Now, what I would have did, I would have did the gray helmet too with the logo. I feel like that would have set it off. But I love the gray with the blue.
I'm a fan of gray football jerseys.
What is the logo on the? I can't even tell what the
probably
logo
like a throwback
Bills
one.
Bills.
By the way, the Lions gray unis. I know some people didn't.
There's new ones coming out this year.
No, but like the old ones, like a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the WC at the Willie Clays.
Yeah, they didn't really like. But there's some people that didn't like them. I liked them.
I loved them.
I did too.
I loved them.
I had a Stafford jersey.
When people calling them like
Yeah.
pajamas or something, I thought they were sick.
No, I love them. So yeah, I mean,
I like those. I think Caleb was putting that up, hoping that we were like, "Oh, those are the worst." We're not like you, man.
You don't like them?
He doesn't like anything.
I don't like the gray. Like I didn't really like I like the Lions gray when we added the blue helmet to them, but I'm just not a fan of gray jerseys. Like even like like baseball jerseys, like I'm not even a fan. I'm not a fan.
I like
of gray.
I'm opposite of you.
I
I
like
think
gray.
it's sick. Can I throw one out for this segment?
Yeah.
Caleb obviously isn't, and I gave him a layup this
No,
morning, and I think he's doing it on purpose because wasn't Caleb last year a hater for you? Did you go at UNC last year?
I did go at UNC.
Did you see the news from UNC this year?
Yeah.
So Belichick is still obviously the head coach. Michael Lombardi, who's their GM,
Out
this morning out on a administrative leave.
Yeah.
Now
What
when you say
happened there?
Caleb was a hater of UNC last year, that's not a bad thing because I was right. They
Yeah,
suck.
no, you were right.
Yeah, Chapel Bill, baby.
I
They
think,
suck.
but from what I've heard, is this year they're going to be better.
Yeah, all right.
I heard it was. They said that they're way ahead of that schedule where they were because Belichick took over so late in the offseason. Now he has actually had time to.
I don't want to hear
But
that.
your GM all of a sudden now is on administrative leave. What, a month before the season?
Do you know that? Did they say the reason for that?
They said allegedly. I don't know exactly, but one of the reports I saw said maybe there was something within HR reported on a former employee or something. I don't know if it could have been just him like yelling or I don't know. I don't want to allegedly because I don't want to say something that's wrong.
Right.
But that was a tweet that I saw. That could be wrong or I don't know.
All I know is Belichick is washed, and he only took the job to get his son a future job there.
Well, his son, though, by the way, his son's
That's
a
it.
good coach, though. Is he
yeah,
not?
I don't think it's as extreme as maybe Bronny with LeBron.
Yeah, because his son
he
was
worked on a
coaching
staff, I believe. prior to
multiple.
that. But yeah, I mean,
But I think there is something probably within his contract, like son takes over at UNC.
yeah, they probably have
come
some
on,
stuff
bro.
for sure. But here's the thing: I always say with like nepotism stuff, like if you guys had a son and you could put him in a position,
We'd all
to
do it.
succeed,
Yeah, of course.
We'd
put
all
him in a
do it.
position.
That's why I actually.
That's the
I don't hate
goal of
it. Yeah.
parenting. Like, yeah.
Caleb's like, you would if you had a son coming up and you were like an
Probably.
NFL head coach, you would give your son a job. I would do
No
the same.
doubt
We
I
all
would.
Yeah.
now, obviously
I
you'd be
pray for that.
realistic. Like, hey, you got to work your way up. Maybe you do it the right way, but you still would. put him
Listen,
in a
once I give you the opportunity, it's up to you
It's up
what
to
you
you
do
what
with
you
it.
do with it.
That's it.
Yep.
But am I putting my son or daughter in that position? Absolutely.
Yeah, no
That's
doubt.
the goal of parenting.
Yep.
You
No-
want them
yeah.
to be better than you. Yes.
Let's take a break. We'll get the mailbag. Drop those mailbag questions. Caleb, what do we got?
KG, tell us about amnesia.
I will tell them about amnesia. And listen, maybe Kerby needs some of this right now to kind of forget what he's going through right now. But amnesia is proud to be available at all the top dispensaries across the state of Michigan with multiple products for adults 21 and up. And the newest thing that they are promoting is the Switch. It's a 2-gram dual chamber disposable featuring liquid diamonds. And with 2 chambers and 2 different flavor profiles, you can enjoy the left, you can enjoy the right, or just straight down the middle. Enjoy both for a unique combo that you can only get with the Switch by Amnesia. We'll be right back.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. 1's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
Big ups to Gold Crown, and I got to thank them because date night with the wifey on Friday, we had some of these royal jesters in rotation, and boy, it was a good night. Saw that Odyssey movie, by the way, and also believe the hype on that is good as hell. But right now we talking about the royal jesters, 1.5 grams each, and they are quad infused, which means Keef coated, live resin infused, THCA diamonds, and terpenes all packed into one big, beautiful joint. 4 layers of you're going to be chilling out after this, man. Michigan made, top tier, no shortcuts. Next time you hit that dispo, don't think, just ask for the Royal Jesters. Y'all know the slogan by now. If you're going to smoke, smoke like royalty. My bad.
You're good. If you're looking to take your relaxation to the next level, Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills is the place to be. Experience the difference with our guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc and creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
We're back. It's Crunch Time, Woodward Sports. Drop those mailbag questions. We'll get to mailbag to close out the show here. We'll start with Zach. Mailbag, why can't Maz have a full-time spot? Well, that's not a question for us, but I will say this. He's worthy of it.
Love Maz.
And that is something that, hopefully in the future that can be ironed out because Maz is Woodward Sports. He's still around. He's still, like KG said, people act like he died.
Right.
He's still around. He still contributes. But yeah, hopefully that is ironed out, and we get to see Maz full time.
If he wants that. Because we got to realize Maz is older, y'all. I'm not saying he's old and can't do nothing, but he is getting up there in age. So, yeah, if Maz wants to do that, I'm sure there will be a place for him.
Steve-O Baby, mailbag. Jeff and Booner, can you guys expect Dylan Larkin to be at training camp? Woodward Wings has uploaded videos of Dylan Larkin skating with the Wings. I don't know if he was skating with the Wings.
No, he wasn't skating with the Wings. He was with DeBrincat, and they were wearing their Wings gear. Yeah. It wasn't with the Wings specifically. They were probably working out on their own.
What if he stays, y'all?
I think. Listen. I've said it for the last month or so when Yzerman got let go, or moved positions. I think there's a chance that Larkin stays. And what did I say, KJ? Remember my theory was I think that he was the one in the locker room that all of these players might have had an issue with how this thing was going. And he was the one. I was talking to my cousin about it at the Tigers game that had the most leverage to be able to step up and say something. And again, you saw him working out with DeBrincat. They're both wearing the Red Wings gear. The report today comes out that the Red Wings most likely won't move on from DeBrincat, that he's going to be a Red Wing. And you would have to think that if they're together, that's the report, that the Wings, Larkin gave them a choice. You either choose me or Yzerman, and Yzerman probably was, what, I'll step down. I'll move over.
Yeah.
So I think, in my opinion, I think there's a really good chance that Larkin returns. That's just not my opinion. I don't know anything, but I do think he returns.
Yeah, I think that's the right take.
And I did see his brother at Starbucks here in Royal Oak.
Oh, shout out.
On Friday.
Okay.
And someone was like, how do you know it was him? Looked identical to Dylan Larkin. Just a little different.
Right.
He grabbed a coffee, looked at me, and I was like, I think, did he know, we made eye contact, and then
Spider-Man
he walked out. Yeah, and he walked out. And then I looked up online. I was like, does he have a brother? Looks just like him. They look alike.
Grim Mailbag has Trajan Langdon failed Cade. No.
I'm not willing to go that far.
I'm not going to say he's failed Cade.
I will say this offseason kind of got away from the Pistons.
They did very
in a big way.
Yeah,
because he did surround Cade with, especially got a coach and surround him with talent enough to have a #1 seed in a playoff run. So that's more than Cade's ever had here. So I wouldn't say just after an offseason he's failed him. But if this tenure ends up where he doesn't have a co-star and they go backwards, that's failing Cade for sure. But right now I can't say he has. No. Ben says, mailbag, can LeBron still be the GOAT?
He is the GOAT.
He's the GOAT of this generation, absolutely. And I think that he is in a great situation with Philly because he's going to be able to load manage as much as he needs to. Him and Embiid, hey, listen, y'all just be ready for the playoffs. We'll have Maxey and Jaylen Brown and Edgecombe hold it down throughout the year. But I think he's in a position to where he ain't got to, run the show. He can kind of just come in, get his little 20 points a game and just assist everybody else and make everybody else better. So I think they really made a power move by getting Brian.
Art says, did we find out anything on Conklin and why he's on the PUP list? No, but we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier. We went to his camp a couple weeks ago. He was moving around gingerly. I don't think it's anything serious, probably just more precautionary. So we'll see. We'll pay attention to that. Let's see. Will I mailbag, do you think Brad Holmes is still going to sign players heading into the season? Also, do you think it will be secondary pieces?
No, I think they're done. They have $14 million. I
think
know.
it's this is probably the roster.
Unless it's like a cut someone that gets cut from a different team that they like. Where if you're getting cut from a team, you're probably just going to come out for a practice squad. Yeah. So I would have to say no.
Icewater also mailbag, better defensive rookie of the year bet. Dylan Thieneman at plus 2,700 or Cassius Howell at plus 5,000.
I'm gonna go Thieneman. I think he's going to be a really good player in the league. Good safety.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I would take that. Cassius Howell is good, but I don't know how much he'll be on the field, though. He can't really defend the run.
Yeah.
But he's a good pass rusher. But there's so many good pass rushers in this class, too, that are coming out. And I think Dylan was a projected first-round pick, one of the top safeties. And I think he has a big role with the Bears, so I'll go him. Michael Mailbag, think about this. Kerby is on the PUP list. Think about this. Kirby's on the PUP list to save wear and tear on his knee during camp. Precautionary move.
It could be, but you ain't heard no inklings of he's going to play at some point or, he's on the practice field. You just haven't heard anything.
Hey, I got a mailbag. Zach, so mailbag Caleb, if you had to fire someone at Woodward other than yourself, who would you fire?
Probably Jeff.
Damn.
That's a great
I'm surprised it ain't Boner. Boner the one always talking about you?
Yeah, probably Jeff.
Wow.
Yeah, you see, this is the problem. This is the problem. It's a consistent problem. You see how he didn't even think.
Yeah, just first reaction, bang.
And
someone finally asked me that.
First bullet.
And he was waiting. It's almost like he was waiting for the question.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's because you hate
laugh
Gibbs.
was dirty, dude.
That's insane.
Caleb.
So what did Jeff do to get fired?
He hates Gibbs.
Oh, yeah.
And he's the reason Jaylen Brown didn't come to Detroit.
God.
Damn, Jeff.
I do not hate Gibbs.
How about this, Jeff? Throw you on the spot. Jeff, where's it at? Mike G, mail sack, Juicy Jeff. Who do you miss more, Kennedy or Gabby?
What's
so funny?
It's a loaded question.
Who do you miss more?
It's a loaded question.
I'll say this.
What was that?
That's right. Hey, dance for me, boy. Dance.
Watch. So I think both of them great at their job.
Watch them tap dance.
I would say the years with Adam, where we had Kennedy on the show, was like that was when our show was in a groove. We had a great run there.
So you hated the other show.
So Gabby was also great. It was two different types of people there.
Yeah.
But I do miss those days with Adam, of course. It was great. We still talk to Adam all the time, me and Booner. So with Kennedy, I'll say I'm not going to give an answer to that, but I'll say they're both great at what they do. There was two different shows there. In Kennedy, that was it was Fish was there.
Yep.
Oh, Fish, dude.
So,
he's one of my favorite people on social media right now.
Shout out Fish, man.
So
I watch his stories every single day.
So shout out to both of them, but man, the times that we had with me, Adam, T was Alex Westfall, Fish, Kennedy. It was some great days there. So I'm not going to answer that question. They're both great at what they do, but I think actually Kennedy's working at like a news station and Gabby's doing something completely different.
I think so,
actually.
yeah.
Good try, Mike G. Though that's
Jesse Adams, mailbag. What experiment failed worse, Bill Belichick or Coach Prime? He said, "I say Bill because I knew the Prime's success before CU came from being big fish in a small pond."
I think it's Belichick.
Yeah, it's Belichick. I mean, you can make the argument for Deion, but it's definitely Belichick because of the expectation. He's arguably the greatest football coach ever.
And they had like one of the best offenses in the country.
Yeah.
Prime also too had a Heisman winner.
He did.
And they were top 15 in the country, or top 20 in the country.
By the way, Maddie as well. Maddie, which by the way, shout out to Maddie. She just got married, had a kid.
Yeah.
Maddie, she's freaking awesome. So she still supports the boys. She still supports everything we do. So Maddie, it was Kennedy, Maddie, and then Gabby. So we had different people in the chair. So shout out to Maddie as well. I want to make sure she gets credit because she's a real one, man.
Also, too, Coach Prime, I still think it's diabolical that Shedeur has his number retired in Colorado.
He does?
Yes.
But
that's the worst. I get in arguments with people about this.
Colorado is a desert for winning,
but just because
back to the nepotism thing.
Just because you are at a place that hasn't won a lot, it's not like they went and won. Like, he lost in a bowl game.
No, he did.
And his numbers weren't even that crazy. They were just normal numbers. They won.
Man.
I don't even know if they won double-digit games that year.
I hear you.
Travis Hunter. Yeah, you were the Heisman winner. His number should. They retired Travis Hunter's number and Shedeur Sanders. Like, that guy won a Heisman Trophy. And you're like, oh, yeah, we'll do Shedeur, too. Come on,
Hey, listen, Booner's right, but I'm going to defend Coach Prime at all.
I love Coach Prime, so I'm a big Prime guy. I watch their show all day.
Yeah, right. I'm going to defend Coach Prime. I don't care.
I've been in arguments with people.
Prime's one of my favorite.
That's my
guy. I got
Prime
Megatron
guy,
and
dude.
Prime. Those are my two favorite football players of all time.
Yeah.
It's Calvin Johnson. It's Deion Sanders. But that's tough. I mean, Shedeur.
They lost in the bowl game.
They had one win before he showed
speaking
up.
of faith, Shedeur was another guy I was all in. I'm still all in. I love Shedeur.
Bro, the Browns will do anything to not start Shedeur Sanders, bro. I
Who
swear
had better
up on
numbers,
everything.
Shedeur or J.J. McCarthy?
It doesn't matter, though, because JJ, you could if you retire his number, you're gonna say
good
he won
job,
a national
Jay Stees.
championship.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not sitting here being like, retire JJ's number. The guy, like, let's go look at his football. Look at his last year in 2024. 1, 2, 3, 4. They lost 4 games. And I don't even think he played in the bowl game.
He did.
He doesn't even play in the bowl game. They lost 4 games, and he didn't even play in the bowl game. He sat out.
Got to get ready for the league.
Come on. But he lost 4 games.
Got to get ready for the league. Oh, that's funny. All right, we'll get out of here. We got to get out of here. It's 102. It's hot. It's probably 98 in the studio.
I got to get out of this place.
We appreciate you guys. Hit the
Joey,
like button.
help us.
Love you guys so much.
Hit the like button on the stream. We'll catch you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Until then, peace.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.